My right testicle hurts and so do Tifa's elbows. And those two things have hopefully nothing in common.
That's TMI, isn't it?
So if you're wondering today, sometimes while I might be sitting a bit strange or look like I'm in pain when I shift my weight and move a bit more dynamically, that's why. Because Tifa's elbows hurt. Now I don't know what I did. Like an hour ago I suddenly realized that the dangly bits feel like I hit them. You know, that sometimes happens. So
I expected a lot of things when you said you wanted to start the stream, but somehow not that.
Yeah. Who starts a conversation like that? I do.
I was gonna start with every number is a prime number, but Psycho, thank you very much for the 29 months.
Love. Thank you very much for Marissa. 29 is a prime number if you say it, because I don't know what a prime number is.
That's why every number is a prime number. You just need to believe.
I thought a prime number is the thing that Amazon gives you when you give them money.
What? The thing that Amazon gives you?
Yeah, don't you have like a membership number?
First time I'm hearing
Amazon Prime member? I don't know. I was trying to go for something, but clearly it failed.
Like a contract number?
It must be because tonight I'm not drinking matcha. I've gone back to coffee because for some reason both of us slept badly.
Well, I know my reason, which has been my hurting elbows.
Tifa, why do your elbows hurt? I've talked about
I'm stupid.
My testicular situation. That I mispronounced that, but you understand what I mean. Tifa, what happened to your elbows?
Wait, a prime number is only divisible by itself and 1, resulting in a whole number.
If you say so.
That sounds like math, and I am not. That's not sticking.
Yeah, the moment math is involved, I'm like, nope, I'll let somebody else do it.
It hurts my brain.
As long as you don't hear someone repeatedly saying, I'm sorry, you're all good. I hope so. It doesn't work if you look at me immediately, Tifa. Particular? Yes. A particular type of pain. Like 17, it won't divide cleanly.
It's too early for math, guys. I can't.
You can only divide it by numbers that aren't cleanly dividable. I don't know the math words. You can divide 17 by 2, but then it's 8.5, and that's...
Needs to be a whole digit.
A fraction. Fraction? I don't do math.
We had that in a game.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Fuck math. I don't do math. The only math I do is looking at my account and calculating... I can't speak. Calculating whether I already received my salary or not. And I could just look at the details and my incoming and outgoing payments, but...
I was gonna say, why do you need to calculate that? You just look at it and then it says plus or minus.
Well, if number jump up, salary in. If number go down, payment.
Well, that's a math equation, if any.
That's jack maths. If number go up, end of month. If number go down, not salary. Basically.
Beginning of month.
Every other day of a month, yeah.
That's a good point.
Nice shirt today, Jack. Thank you very much. Lady Noir got me a tropical shirt. I'm wearing 2.
Hey,
we can be
look.
Tropical shirt buddies. Tifa picked this one. We saw it when we walked past a store, and it was on clearance. It was like 40% off.
I don't remember.
It reminds me of summer, so I like it. And the nice part of it is, because it's mostly white with these black features on it, it's not too warm in summer, but still warm. I mean, spring. In summer it doesn't matter, I'll be too warm anyway, but you get the idea. Now, Tifa, why do your elbows hurt? Please tell the world.
Oh, I'm just really stupid. We were at the gym yesterday?
Yesterday.
What day is today?
Today is Sunday.
Sunday.
So
we were at the gym yesterday. And I did like an hour of cardio on the treadmill, and then Jack was like, oh, I still need half an hour, wait for me. So I was like, okay.
I needed 15 more minutes.
I spent 1 hour 35 on the treadmill, so that can't be. So anyway, I was like, fine, I'll wait. And then I decided to do another half an hour of cardio. But I was like, you know what? I'll add some weights to it. So while walking on the treadmill, I added weights and did some lifting while walking on that
Which we can barely see because Tifa is so weak that she's doing the arm movement under where the camera cuts off. Actually, this looks more like masturbation. No, she was walking with weights in her hands.
I was like, okay, this seems like super effective, right?
It was.
Like, I'm doing both. And apparently I'm massively fucked up because I cannot bend this area. And I don't even feel it in my actual muscles. I just feel it in both arms, in my elbow. And
just in the joints, which is like the last thing you want to feel because you can't really train your joints. You can only really train muscles.
I have never experienced this much pain with moving my arms before, and it is not nice. So I was not smart. I will not do this again. And that's it.
What will you be doing instead?
Only do cardio.
Sorry.
Oh, that can burn calories too.
It depends on what you do there, yeah. I want to see a statistic. My mind is just running association right now. So, hear me out. I would love to see a study. Who burns more calories? The people uploading stuff on OnlyFans or the people consuming it on OnlyFans?
I'm sure you can... There's a study on that.
I doubt it. But if I had scientist money, I would do that study. It helps nobody, I think. That's why I think it's interesting.
Don't think mixing cardio with muscle training is sufficient. Well, yeah, it hurts like shit, I can tell you that.
I mean, if you can somehow do both at the same time, that's amazing. It's just I've never seen anybody do that, and I think there's a reason for it.
It doesn't help that I did it for so long. Where do you sometimes see people... We have like this Superman guy at the gym.
That's true.
Who is a complete
machine.
Monster.
The dude is... He's super nice. He's helped me with like posture and stuff before, but he is a machine.
And the shit he does in the gym is absolutely insane. But he goes in like, he runs on the treadmill with a full-on weight suit.
He does the Goku thing where he has like a weighted jacket and stuff on. And then he gets on the treadmill, sets the incline to maximum, the speed to like car. And then when the thing goes, then he jumps on, puts his leg together, hits it running, and does that for like 20 minutes straight.
Yeah, it's like he has a bodysuit of like 60 kilos. And the other day, the trainer added like 40 kilos of dumbbells on him with chains that were dangling on the side. And I'm like, what the actual fuck?
Meanwhile, I'm standing there doing incline walking like, yeah, I can feel the burn. Which is basically just moderate type of exercise, really, in the grand scheme of things. But
yeah, this dude is absolutely insane.
Yeah, I think he's been doing it for a while longer.
I mean, probably
more intensely than us.
Probably, but still, but it seemed like a good idea and efficient on both ends. But yeah. I overdid it a bit. I'm not military material.
No, Tifa.
And now my elbows or moving my elbows hurt so much.
So you will not be using your mouse arm later?
No, if I keep it in one position, it is fine. Like, I can use the mouse, but I lost my privileges last time.
That's true, you did really badly.
Yeah.
More on that in a moment. Well, getting an OnlyFans body requires more energy. I'm not sure about that.
Also, every body type is an OnlyFans body.
Exactly.
There's
something for everybody.
There's something for everyone, exactly. So I want to say that doesn't necessarily require more energy. Maybe the stuff you need to do might require some energy.
Again, depends on your crowd. There are people on the internet who watch other people eat.
No, that's true.
There are people who watch people lick microphones. Do what you want. It's your time and money, ultimately, I guess. But I want to say licking a microphone is not the hardest task in the world. I could do it right now, I just don't because A, I don't want to lick microphones. B, I don't think it's good for a microphone.
I mean, this is not the type of microphone you would lick.
You can lick every microphone.
Yeah, that's true, but it's not the type.
Mukbangs are very popular. I've never understood that part. I never got what is entertaining or arousing about watching a person eat too much food.
And I believe especially the YouTube mukbangers, like 80% are fake. I don't know how
I
many...
hope so. I hope so, because eating all of that cannot be good for you.
Well, you have some people who can.
Okay.
There are a couple that are legit, but I think a lot of them have already been outed, so they pause the video, drop the food, and don't actually eat it. Or you see them chew, spit it out in the cut, and they just keep eating. I mean, it makes sense, but...
I think it's a waste of food, to be honest.
Yeah, but you can... If you're popular, you can make a lot of money with that. But you also have people who can actually eat 6 kilos of food.
Which is its own skill, that's super impressive, but like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, that's enough food for like a week. Why do you want to eat that in half an hour or however long it takes? I don't know, I'm just imagining. I just had a really smart idea that I wanted to vocalize, and now it's gone. I feel like a disappointment right now.
Mukbangs are watched because at least I'm not as bad as this guy.
There's probably also some part of that, yeah. Like with a lot of like that super trashy TV. There is a group of people that watches that. I'm not talking about the shows where it's like super hot people being not in the smartest environment. It's more about them being really hot. That like the crowd is there because hey, that's really attractive people. But the idea of watching somebody else do stupid things and then you go, at least I'm not bad.
Oh yeah, isn't that why
Trash TV exists?
Trash TV?
Partially. People trying to do the smart people crossed arm pose, but you can't because it hurts.
No. Once I get my arms into a position and I keep it there, it's fine. It's just when I move it.
Well, don't move then.
What was it called? Jackass?
Jackass is a thing, yeah?
Like stuff like that. Or we had a show in the Netherlands too. It was about a family which was very...
Die Flodders.
The Tokkies.
Die Flodders in German.
Yeah, same thing. It was like this reality TV show about...
Okay, that's not the same thing. Because mine was movies and I think a TV show, not reality TV.
This was reality TV. Of basically the...
White trash.
Yeah, of the white trash. And it became such a thing that being a Tokkie is now an actual term.
Okay.
Like their family name has sort of turned into an insult.
Wait, that's their family name because I only knew the expression.
I believe Tokkie is their family name, yeah.
Okay.
So if you're called a Tokkie, you're basically being called trash.
I don't like the idea
asociaal.
Of people taking after trashy people they see anywhere because, you know, it just makes more trashy people. But the idea of becoming so much of a thing that they name it after you. That's something impressive, I guess.
I'm quite sure Tokkie was their name. Let me quickly double check. Move closer.
Tifa is pulling the laptop closer to her, which is also good because then we can still see her on screen. So Dark Lord says you can lick any microphone if you try hard enough. That is true. Maybe not the Chancellor's. Well, I don't want to lick our Chancellor's microphone. No.
Holy shit, that's been 20 years ago.
I mean, that makes sense if the name became so much of a thing that it entered mainstream use as a term.
But yeah, it is indeed their family name.
Let me quickly look up what I was talking about. Here, Tifa, that.
Oh yeah, I know the show.
Flodder, which is what I was talking about, is from 1986. I did not know that. Apparently the movie is older than I am.
Oh, I thought that was a series.
Also a series, I believe. I think.
Also, wait, The Flodders. That's Dutch.
Yes, it's a Dutch comedy film written and directed by Dick Maas.
Oh, I was gonna say, that is actually Dutch.
Came out 1986, yeah.
But yeah, it's something like that.
Crazy. I remember seeing that in like the 90s. Like mid-90s, I want to say. Maybe that's when it got translated.
Oh, I like how it refers to... See, also, Toki.
Yeah, true. Okay, and then they actually made 2 follow-up movies. And a TV series that ran from 1993 to 1999.
Oh, I was
Holy
gonna say,
shit.
I know the series.
And they're apparently working on a spin-off since November 2024. Alright.
I'll probably do well.
How did we get to this? Oh yeah, because last time on stream I drank matcha and my stomach didn't like it.
Did we really get there because of matcha?
No, but since I had such a bad experience with it, I will blame everything that is happening, if I can't describe why it's happening, on me consuming matcha.
Oh, well, that is fair.
Everybody needs something to blame, and I feel like with the amount of times I've blamed you for things, it's time to find a new target. Gotta mix it up every now and then. Jack had a bad much bang. I did.
It sounds TOS.
I did, however, drink a little bit more of it, not just hot water with a matcha powder in it. I added some to ginger lemon tea that I had made. And that was okay. So, can I recommend pure matcha? No. Can I recommend mixing matcha into other things that mask most of the flavor? Maybe. Still not sold on the green stuff.
Fair.
Tifa.
Check.
Since we're talking about being sold on things, would you like to sell us on what has happened the last time we played Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 8, Matsuribayashi?
I really want to, but I don't think last time we learned anything new and important. The mother of
we
Satoko.
went through more fragments, piecing together what is happening between effectively Rika's birth and ultimately her death.
Oh yeah, I think
that's a fragment.
I think the only new bit was Rika Furude's mother becoming very suspicious of the therapy after Rika caught a very high fever, which she blamed on the clinic and the experiments they were putting on her. So she immediately pulled the consent and also convinced her husband of Rika participating in it, especially since they found a cure and that is what their ultimate goal was, according to her. And
that's what they said, right?
Not to solve the mystery as well.
You never talked about a mystery, you were talking about finding a cure.
Takano then asked for advice from the mountain dogs, who were like, well, yeah, we'll just get rid of her. Do you want to get rid of anyone else? The husband too? Oh yeah,
Okunogi,
sure. No problem.
No. Not quite like that. I want to say there was...
It's the recap. It's the short version.
I want to say there was a small descent into madness as I moisturize my hands, because I should. Because it's cool. Mother Furude wanted out of it all, and then crazy lady Takano was like, oh, how do I deal with this? There's no way out of this. And then she bumped into Okunogi, and he was like, well, we're supposed to take care of things. And she realized, wait, I can't just have people killed. And she goes, okay, cool, let's do that. And he's like, so both of them were, right? And then she goes, wait, I could do that? I can just kill people? Oh my god, yes, let's do this. It's Watanagashi soon. Let's wait for that specifically. I will become the curse of Oyashiro-sama. We will kill somebody and disappear somebody else. They will think it's their god. That's why I say it like this, because I think that part is important. The curse of Oyashiro-sama is Takano, as in the one executing this. It's always been people. It's never been some grand thing, at least not in the history that Rika experiences.
No, and I think that is basically it.
There was also... We already knew that Satoshi was gonna get a part-time job to buy a plushie for Satoko.
We already knew that.
We also still had one relatively short scene about Mion stopping the bullying of Satoko and Satoshi at school, because this is the world of children and the war and the bullshit of the adults doesn't apply here.
Short scene. That scene took forever.
And that's why she came up together with Satoshi, actually, with the idea of making the club. And that's when we started playing games, so that Satoko and Satoshi would have a place to be after school, that they could tell their aunt, hey, we're at school because it's an after-school club activity thing, without anything getting dirty, without costing any money really, so least amount of chance to offend the aunt.
True.
And keeping them away from her.
Dark Lord, congrats on being second.
Indeed. And I think really those were the most interesting parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Also, I didn't put a hairband thingy in my hair because it was annoying me, and now I sit here and I look like a knight from an 80s movie that just took off his helmet, and I like that even less. Maybe during the break I will fix that.
You look absolutely fine.
Also, Dark Lord is not a fan of green tea by itself, without a flavor. Why would I?
Yeah, I get it. I only like, well, like is a big word, I only like green tea with lemon.
I like green tea, it's just that matcha is like super distilled, highly concentrated green tea flavor. And that's too much. It's like if you distilled a whole bag of coffee beans into a singular drop and then put that on my tongue, it's like too much. König Siegfried von Xanten?
Who's that?
Is that an important person? Siegfried. It sounds like an important person.
It's an actor.
Oh, the main figure of the Nibelungenlied. Never read it, never seen it, never listened to it, never... I know it exists.
Never anything.
Exactly. That needs to be a phrase that exists. Bam! Look, I already loaded the Higurashis. Let's connect fragments. Can we do a fourth sacrifice? The death of Satoko Hojo's honor is required. No. I remember from German literature class. I consider myself lucky. I don't think we ever had to read that thing. At least not what I remember.
Nope. Next.
A bat to beat her to death is required. Next fragment is death of Satoshi's aunt.
Oh, true.
Go next yourself, Tifa.
I forgot. That is a thing we also learned, that Satoshi is already going through the terminal motions, getting paranoid, and wants a bat from Irie to take home with him, which in hindsight was his paranoia as talking. And
Irie figures out that, in hindsight, that this was a bit weird and sus, as the younger people would say, because he could have just taken a bat along, like his own, to keep practicing after the club. He didn't need to specifically ask, oh, do you have one I can take along?
Yeah, I forgot about that. That is for this scene, yeah.
Siegfried bathed in dragon blood to become invincible, but a leaf fell on his shoulder, so that's his only weak point. How do you not notice a leaf falling on your body if you bathe in dragon blood to become invincible?
I'm sorry, but you would not notice because you do not feel that. Unless you see it, you do not notice a leaf falling on you.
I would go full body dive in the dragon blood and I would scrub myself with it. Like I would touch myself very inappropriately in every spot to make sure that I'm fully covered in the dragon blood.
That's not true. You would have fainted the moment the first drop hit you.
I would snort it up my nose and I hate getting liquid in there. So that just in case somebody tried to put a dagger up there, I'd be like, haha, my nostrils are as invincible.
You can't even touch raw egg.
After that I can. When you talk to a bird, the dragon blood is very hot. I don't care. Do I become invincible? So then I'll just be very hot for a moment? If you told me I'll suffer a moderate burn and after I just overcome that, I'll be invincible. Why not just bathe in parts? Today I'll do my left leg. Tomorrow I'll do my right leg.
Seems inefficient.
Plot hole. I see you, person whoever it was that wrote that. Not as good as Ryukishi 07 writing.
Besides, the blood will stall.
Meanwhile, I think that's Takana.
We were prepared to respond quickly this year. That was why we were able to start at Oishi.
Fuck. I feel like I have something in my throat. We were prepared to respond quickly this year. That was why we were able to start the investigation immediately by securing the crime scene. The victim is the wife of a younger brother of the Hojo couple. So she's an extremely suitable target for the 4th year's curse of oyashiro-sama. She has a horrible reputation among the locals. After the incident, everyone said she deserved to be cursed. I have a general idea of who the culprit must be. It's probably Satoshi Hojo. That innocent-looking kid. There's even a motive. The deceased abused his sister relentlessly, so this would be a revenge for that. Also, when he attended the inspection of a crime scene, he was rather frantic, yet also far too composed, as if he was totally unrelated to the incident. That makes me think it wasn't him, because that doesn't sound like terminal L5 symptoms to me.
I mean, look at how Satoko has responded.
Fair.
It's still a bit individual.
Is it though?
And nothing that doesn't say he didn't calm down a bit after. For whatever reason.
Also, at least with Rika, we've seen that despite going all the way with your Hinamizawa syndrome, there are things that can bring you back to your senses. Like a 15-minute sword versus metal bat fight on the roof of your school.
For example.
My intuition from many years of police work tells me that 8 or 9 times out of 10, someone who acts like that is the perp. I have no concrete proof, but if I question him and shake him up a bit, I have a feeling he'll confess. Funnily enough, most people will confess to things if you shake them up enough. That's why we don't do that.
For the victim to be so beaten up, the culprit must have some blood on him as well. If we can find that, then we'll have proof.
Unless he's a complete fool, I'm sure he's already gotten rid of it by now. If we can find any in the place he says he disposed in it. The fuck is that sentence? If we can find any in the place he says he disposed it in after he oh my god.
Just keep that line.
If we can find any in the place he says he disposed it in after he fesses up, then we can convince the prosecutor too. This was pretty insignificant as a standalone case. A confession from Satoshi Hojo would end it. Everyone except me must believe that. But if I look at it as a part of a series of mysterious deaths, it won't be so easy. Either the 3 families of a village, or Sonozaki family alone, is directly involved in this. If they are the ones pulling the strings, they must have instigated Satoshi Hojo into committing this crime. If so, Satoshi Hojo is someone who knows way too much about them.
So I thought they died, the aunt and the priest and stuff died in different years.
That
the
is
priest
correct.
was the 4th year, no?
Nope. First the dam worker, then the Hojos, then the Furudes. Or the other way around? But definitely different years. I don't think we're doing things chronologically right now.
Well, no, but that's why I was wondering if at this point the priests were already dead or not, because I can't remember the order.
This is the year after the Furudes, yeah.
Okay.
Because of me in charge, we're doing a time skip.
So they went first.
The Sonozaki family's actions must remain hidden. If we could connect them to the crime, would we let him run around freely? Satoshi Hojo is a loving brother who cares very much for his sister, and they set him up to kill his aunt as the fourth year's curse. After that, they will eliminate the one person who can connect them to the crime.
It was a press acing.
Satoshi Hojo is not just a simple criminal. He was set up. And after that, my suspicions were confirmed. Before he abruptly vanished. He disappeared in such a puzzling way. He didn't run because he was afraid that his crime had come to light. Another culprit came into the picture. He was already arrested for a different crime, and furthermore, he died while in prison.
I am so certain he landed on the dissection table.
I forgot that Jeffrey Epstein was in the story. And the incident from last year, Satoshi disappeared last year. Yes, exactly. But I think what Tifa was confused about, as was I, before this stream, before we just selected this fragment, we were on the road leading up to the Furude death, and now because of my choice we're jumping a year, and now we're in the Hojo death.
Yeah, the other death was still too fresh in my mind.
Fair. I'm just going to the fragments that we can get. You know, it's easier that way.
That's fine.
He confessed to information only the culprit himself would have known. Therefore, he must be the culprit. But as he's already dead, the investigation was closed. And Satoshi Hojo disappeared a few days after the festival. It's obvious someone doesn't want Satoshi Hojo to be connected to this incident. My boss put pressure on me to put a close on the investigation and to file Satoshi Hojo's disappearance as a separate incident. He even handed me the key.
You okay today?
No, I'm not. I think it's because I don't have a hair bandit. Can you hold my hair, Tifa? Can you just... Here, just do a slight pull. Now,
don't move your head.
Watch the magic. My boss put pressure on me to close the investigation and to file a... Okay, that's not it.
Maybe it's because I didn't have all of it.
No, thank you. Stop. It's actually confused. I look so much worse right now. My boss put pressure on me to close the investigation and to file Satoshi Hojo's disappearance as a separate incident. They even handed the case over to a different section. Are you okay?
No.
Deal with it. Whoever's case is closing so rapidly greatly resembles the same trick used 2 years ago with a Hojo couple's accident. There's no doubt that's the work of someone who can put pressure on the police. As it happens, the Sonozaki family is the only one who can actually exact influence on the police department here in the Hinamizawa area. They may think their trails are covered, but this points towards them more clearly than anything. According to my informant, Ori Sonozaki mentioned the fourth year's curse at the family meeting and hinted that she was the one behind it all. Hinting isn't strong enough evidence, but there's no mistaking that Ori Sonozaki is the one pulling the strings. You know, they're the ones who did in the old man, but I just can't grab them. The principal offender is still on the loose, but I'm sure he's being sheltered somewhere by the Sonozaki family. I have to locate him and find that missing right arm. I'll return the arm to his grave and make the principal offender and the masterminds both bow down before it. Probably not gonna happen. However, just like Satoshi Hojo disappeared, it's possible the principal offender has already been eliminated. But he's already been killed and buried somewhere nobody can find. If that's the case, then that's fine. I'll make the old hag who ordered someone to kill the old man slam her forehead on the ground before his grave. This I swear. After the fourth year's curse, people are already saying something will happen again next year. Even with all my preparations, I shouldn't prevent the incident from happening this time.
You shouldn't, huh? I shouldn't prevent this. Just let it happen.
Of course not, because when the linked chain of fate is broken. Can we make a note? I cannot drink matcha during stream. I cannot drink coffee during stream.
But coffee you drink long enough.
Clearly,
I've had
it's
coffee
not
during stream for years. I don't think it's coffee.
Maybe it's the mug. Look, it's this really cool mug. It's one of those that we talked about once before that we got from Austria, from the Mac Cafe. Look, it even has a little bit of an inscription there. Look at it. Hot chocolate. Great idea. Did that once. My mouth got so sticky from the milk and the fat and the sugar in it. Couldn't speak. I think I need to stick to water. That would be the smart person's choice, but
just get good.
Or that, yeah, just stop having the skill issues. Even with all my preparations, I couldn't prevent the incident from happening this time. It's too late if something happens. I must keep my eyes on the core of a village before something takes place. There's a reason why I have to get to the bottom of it by next year. Because I'm retiring. My mother has been wanting to go back to her hometown in Hokkaido, and for a long time she's been asking me to move there when I retire.
I'm quite sure it's Hokkaido. And not Hokkaido.
I don't think so. Plus, you are the blind person amongst the seeing when it comes to pronunciation.
No, that's true, but I'm still 90% certain it's Hokkaido.
Even on the off chance that you are right, it stings hearing it from you. Do you know what I mean? You get it?
Yeah, I get it.
It's a weird sensation, it's hard to describe.
In the end, potato, potato.
Hokkaido.
I won't stop you.
I feel that's the least I can do for her, so I agreed to move to Hokkaido when I retire. So next year's my last chance to avenge the old man's death. Did she just super slow-mo scratch you?
It's really annoying.
It's like a sloth, like somebody is moving her arm for her.
Least amount of pain.
You know, I could just give you scritches.
I'm more itchy.
Hokkaido.
That sounds even more wrong.
That sounds like I'm riding a horse, dressing myself in nothing but the American flag, while shooting a gun and eating a burger. Hokkaido. That's where I read it. I'm pretty sure you are correct out of the three of us, but still.
Can't imagine that scene, but sure.
I can. It happened 4 years in a row. So more than likely there will be a fifth curse too. As a result of a series of mysterious deaths, the village has been tightly knit together since the dam protests. I'm told that betrayers will be punished in the name of a curse. What happened to the word traitors? To the masterminds, that's enough reason to continue with a series of mysterious deaths. According to rumors, this year's victim, the aunt, was cursed because she didn't participate in the Watanagashi festival. So there are villagers who believe that if they don't participate in next year's Watanagashi, they'll be cursed. There'll be a huge festival next year for sure. Something will happen. A series of mysterious deaths in Hinamizawa, also known as the curse of oyashiro-sama. I will avenge the old man. I definitely will.
As a next one, we can now do the one on the first page, which was the death of the aunt.
How about, Tifa, before we do another fragment, we, earlier than usual, take a short break here. And then I can get a glass of water. I can do some enunciation exercises. And I can put a hairband on my head. And then maybe, through this trifecta of preparedness, I can actually read more than 2 lines without fucking it up.
Fine with me.
For the sake of a flow, I think I like my idea.
BRB then. But you press the button, please. That's very far away.
Last time we had early break because you had to pee, now you take a break to get water.
I know, right?
And then I will probably have to take another break soon after because of all the water I'm drinking, yeah? It's just gonna be one of those days.
You definitely have to press button.
Can we make a pun with prepared and BRB?
No.
Get it over. Fine. Prepare RB.
We're back and probably better prepared because I could hear Jack sing on the bathroom.
So you can see the difference. You can see this. And from now on, all characters will talk in a heavily enunciated manner, because this way I will try to not flub my words quite as much.
That is more annoying.
Yeah. That way of speaking is reserved entirely for the aristocratic characters, or the bureaucrats. Prepared piss, always. Always. Before sacrifice, the death of Satoko Hojo's aunt is required. Indeed.
Good thing we now have that. Takano?
Good question.
The village was in an uproar. Because the fourth mysterious death in a row, which everyone believed would happen, actually did.
Indeed. Welcome in Witch of Pandemonium and happy Sunday.
Everything he said. I would point, but my elbow hurts. How you doing?
That was your moment. How you doing? What was this one called?
The fourth sacrifice.
That one. Did you do that?
Yeah.
Gonna have to watch all the videos on YouTube.
That's a lot of videos.
I would love it if you do that. Just so you know, I believe today is the 121st part of our playthrough.
That many already?
Yeah. So you'll be busy for a while. But hey, happy to have you. Have fun.
Have you already gone through Higurashi? Or are you completely new to it?
Yes, if you're new to it, you might want to start at the beginning. If you're not, welcome. I know, I've watched like 25 playthroughs of Higurashi already, don't worry. Okay, cool.
Fair.
Fine. So there cannot be anything that spoils you.
Then you know what to expect of it as well.
It's our first playthrough, but you know, with how far in we are, you kind of want to do the journey from the beginning.
At this point, if you would just jump in, it gets confusing.
Indeed.
Yeah. Always on the lookout for new players.
That's us.
Yeah, fair. What I do like about Higurashi is it's not something I would go through again, but it is fun to at moments see, hey, what did someone else believe at this point?
Yes.
That's the advantage, at least, of this.
It is the same with Amori, so based. Have I ever watched somebody, have I watched any amount of people play through a game that I've enjoyed a whole bunch of times? Only really in speedruns, actually, I think.
Fair enough.
Same with Virtue's Last Reward. Huh.
That I won't go through again.
Virtue's Last Reward was fine.
Yeah, but the series has a...
Yeah.
Virtue's Last Reward was good, but it has a little salt on it now.
Yeah, there's a... Ein Geschmäckle, as we say in German. There's a weird taste in my mouth when it comes to it. Yeah. A couple of more blind playthroughs too. Hey, Witch of Pandemonium, we also played through Mario already. You can find that on YouTube as well. Shameless plug for myself and you. Is it advertising if you talk about something you yourself have done in the thing you're currently doing? Not really. Anyway, I think Takano was trying to say something.
Because the fourth mysterious death in a row, which everyone believed would happen, actually did. Satoko-chan's aunt was killed. All the villagers feel rather satisfied about this incident, saying the curse finally fell on her for being a local troublemaker. But I know the truth. When I saw the beaten up body at the crime scene. That's Irie, I think. Don't start over from the beginning.
Is it Irie or is it Oishi?
I think Irie.
Irie would make more sense. You know. Love a quiet dread Higurashi makes people feel and love seeing that. Yeah, fair. Fair. A lot of what the fuck moments.
If you start our first video, or if you would actually watch it, my quiet dread was actually playing it.
It starts slow.
I really didn't like the beginning. It was way too slow, way too long.
My quietest dread in chapter 1 of Higurashi was when they started explaining card games. Because I cannot follow that. I've also done Danganronpa, yes, all 4 games, and at least 1 Ace Attorney. Correct.
1 Ace? Yeah, 1. No, 2.
1 Ace Attorney. We've played through all of Ace Attorney 1.
That we also still got a...
Ooishi, I think.
Ooishi? That could also still be...
It would make sense. We know he's seen the body. I'll do Ooishi. When I saw the beaten up body at the crime scene, I knew Satoshi-kun was responsible for it. Her abuse towards Satoko-chan was getting worse and worse. Satoshi-kun wanted to protect her.
I think Irie.
So he brought home a baseball bat. All the signs were there. So I didn't even need to hear it from Satoshi-kun. That is Irie. That is Irie. Because I don't think Ooishi calls them Satoko-kun and Satoshi-kun.
I think the whole bringing home a baseball bat is something Irie knows.
Yeah, true.
Not Ooishi.
Irie isn't a coroner, a forensic specialist on the force. Maybe? But I don't care. That's the... Look, Dark Lord, you are correct. But that is way too sensible for me to think that way. I saw a single line in log that I know was from Ooishi. I didn't see the rest.
No, that's fair. We often start with the wrong character in scenes like this, but I'm pretty certain now that it's Irie.
Lately we were pretty good at guessing who the character was from the first line. Just sometimes it further along. Okay, Irie, 1 sec. Not that I can really tell the difference in my voices at this point, but maybe you can. Yet I couldn't avoid questioning myself. I felt bad for the Hojo siblings who had no one on their side, so I tried to be their ally. In the end, I failed to be any help to them. The phone rang. It was Satoshi-kun. He's never called me before. What happened? Does he want me to help him? If so, I will. I truly feel that way. I need a Satoko line, please.
Satoko line, that can be arranged.
Hello, coach. I'm sorry to bother you while you're at work. Oh, don't worry. What can I do for you? I can't think of anyone else who has a car. Where's this going?
Drop him off at the station.
Is Irie going to disappear, Satoshi?
I still think he lands under the section table.
And he never... A car? Sure, I have one. I'm in front of a toy store in Okinomiya. Not the one owned by Mion's uncle, but the other one by the dentist's office. Sure, I know where it is. I found a teddy bear for Satoko's birthday, but it's too big to put on my bicycle. Too big? Satoshi-kun, how big is this teddy bear?
This is how you know he's not Dutch, because nothing is too big to put on your bicycle.
Except for a really big bear plushie. Were you expecting a my penis joke? Get your minds out of a gutter, people.
Especially a plushie would easily fit.
I think it's like a life-size bear plushie.
Yeah, you fold it over your steering wheel.
That sounds dangerous. You're too Dutch to have an objective opinion on this, Tifa. Oh, it's this fragment. Alright, I know where it is. Awesome. I guess he didn't think about it and went to the toy store on his bicycle. Now he's stuck. That's so typical of him. I can't help but smile warmly. In other words, he can't carry both a bicycle and the teddy bear, so he wants me to come pick him up. I told him I'd be right over and headed to the toy store in Okinomiya. When I got there, I found that the teddy bear he bought is a lot bigger than I imagined. See, it's much bigger than you imagined.
Okay, I need a banana for skill.
Das ist ein lustiger Witz, guter Herr. I'm trying. Oh my. This is huge. There's no way you can put this on your bicycle, huh? The teddy bear is so big that Satoshi-kun can hardly wrap his arms around it. If he puts it on his lap in the passenger seat, he won't be able to see anything. See? It's life-size bear
That still sounds like you can
Big.
bend it over your steering wheel.
It's probably bigger than the bicycle. It's huge. Tifa, we're talking probably 2 Satoshis worth of bear.
Yeah.
She also only sees this as a challenge. Like, it's big enough to obstruct his vision when seated, exactly.
Well, that still works. You don't need to cycle hard.
Can I put you on second monitor while coding? Have fun / good luck depending on what it is you're going to code and which one you need more.
Where do you see that? Oh, there.
There. With my eyes, Tifa.
Well, I wasn't at the second line yet. What are you coding? For work, or are you working on a hobby project?
The manga, it's roughly the size of his torso. That's disappointing.
Oh, that's not that big.
I expected it to be life-size brown bear when we're getting ready for hibernation size.
Like I said, I want a banana for skill.
We loaded the bicycle in the backseat and stuffed the teddy bear in the trunk.
Rude.
Boy, it must have been expensive. Yeah, I guess. Me when I was 14. Man of many words. At first I thought he was sweating because of the heat. But he's acting oddly. As if he has a high fever and his consciousness is coming and going. What's wrong? Are you feeling okay? I guess. Well, I think I have a cold.
Get out of my car.
Yeah, sorry, no germs in this personal space bubble. Go be sick somewhere else. You can sit on top of a car and drive slowly. That's not good. Do you want to swing by the clinic? I'll give you a checkup. Thank you. When he called earlier, he didn't sound this way. Did he become ill all of a sudden? Do we know if Rika is sick currently?
Also, we don't know where this is exactly in the timeline.
Because, real quick, there was a thing about that one time Rika got a cold when the village wasn't doing well either.
Yeah, but Rika got a cold more often. But what I'm wondering is he actually picked up the teddy bear. But wasn't it in one of the chapters that he just reserved it and never actually went to pick it up?
Possible, yeah.
Or did he pick it up? Because I have in my mind that it was just a reservation. And he never went to get it? Or am I misremembering?
Possible, but isn't there also the thing where we've only ever been to the toy store run by Mion's uncle? And he just specifically said, not the one run by Mion's uncle, but the one by the dentist?
That I don't remember.
So it could be that there's also confusion about which toy store he went to.
Oh, they said the teddy bear was picked up but was never seen again.
And we were told by Mion that the teddy was gone. Yes, but
okay.
Correct? Yes, definitely. I don't recall if they were all talking about the same toy store.
No, it is, because now the Darkler also says it, and the owner is a senile old man. I remember they went there and he was like half asleep.
That was a whole thing, where they were talking to this lady who was working in the toy store, of this little girl, and then she was like, oh yeah, no, that was Shenmue. Different store, sorry. It was the lady then asking her dad, who is the actual owner, to do something, saying, yes, what are you talking about? It's not the Da Vinci game shop, exactly.
Basically.
I was confusing it with Shenmue, with a girl waiting for a strawberry cake. Oh my god. We need to do Shenmue at some point.
Also making a game in...
Godot.
Oh.
I think it's pronounced Godot.
Is it
Godot? I think it's Godot. Just earlier got Git version control to work, so me and my friend can both work on it. That is a world I have the utmost respect for, because I don't understand anything.
I was gonna say, but know nothing about.
Yeah,
fair. Well, it sounds like a lot of fun. Also, suddenly your name rings a bell. I was wondering, what do I know Pandemonium from? And suddenly
Mega
I
Man X8.
realize I'm in a guild in a mobile game that is called Pandemonium. It's like, how can I not know that?
Okay, possible. Also, Mega Man X8, there's a boss that has Pandemonium in his name, but it's a joke on Panda. Tried Game Maker for 2 weeks and gave up. Understandable. The most coding I've ever done is for like some stuff around stream, and then usually it's me copy pasting from things I Google, and it's like, no, that's enough for me. I'm good. Mm-mm. I was in this chat like when you were in Arc 1 once, I think. That does ring a bell.
Arc 1 does ring a bell, yeah.
And
but
that
then
must
it's
have
so
been like
long ago.
1.5 years ago, so welcome back. Welcome back.
I was just thinking what that is. We've been on this game for so long now.
It's been 1.5 eternities. Why don't you put the seat back? Oh wait.
You are not in game.
Is it too cold? Are you okay? His face is turning pale. I can tell he has a high fever. It's funny, usually when I have a high fever, my face goes even redder than it normally is. Satoshi-kun was pushing himself to buy this teddy bear. A teddy bear this size can't be that cheap. For him to earn enough money in such a short period of time, he must have worked hard and long hours. Maybe he felt relieved now that he got the teddy bear he wanted to buy. It's not unusual for a person to collapse after reaching his big goal.
It is like at work. You work super hard before your vacation, and then the moment you're off, you start feeling like
your body
crap.
goes, you know what would be great now? If we're sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I don't do that anymore. As in, get sick. It used to be like this. Literally. In Tifa's family, there's a running joke that there is something called the Jack sickness. Because literally every time we came to visit for like 2 or 3 years, every time we would get there, next day I would be sick.
Yeah.
And it's not like I caught it there, because, you know, incubation time doesn't make sense like this. I must have had it in my system, and then the moment I was able to relax, it's like, nope.
Yeah, because your body's been really
Flat
tense
down.
for a while, holding it together, and then you reach whatever you want, like he said in game as well. And then your body can just crash and relax.
Yeah.
It's like how sometimes at work, you're not tired at all, but the moment you come home, you just feel absolutely dead. And then it just... Oh, shouldn't have moved that fast.
Well, move again, Tifa, because thank you, anonymous gifter, for the gift sub.
Love.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You got name of your hometown disease because you left. I didn't know that back then, but apparently... Oh my god. I too have Hinamizawa syndrome. Oh my god. Not anymore though. I've been able to shake it, funnily enough. I mean, that kind of makes sense. Yeah. It must have been. Damn. That's
That would be pretty cool. Then you have hamburger disease. How are you going to explain that?
I don't know. I
Eat too much hamburgers.
would put cheese on it. Yeah, see, we were trying to go for the same thing because... Yeah, but we went back. It doesn't work. I need more water.
I tried. I definitely tried. Also, I feel like I pulled a face when I said thank you for the gift.
Her arms hurt.
Not meant to, but thank you very much.
Okay.
Still appreciate
Here's
it.
where Tifa pulled a face. A, her arms hurt, and B, she's a bitch.
Yeah, that's cool.
No, her arms hurt. I'm proud of you for earning enough money to buy such a huge teddy bear. Sadako-chan will be so happy. I hope so. I'm sure she will be. I guarantee it. Now our aunt is gone. Now our uncle isn't coming back. There's nobody who can hurt her in any way anymore. Right? That's right. There won't be anyone who can hurt her. So you can relax now. Why does this feel like the conversation just before the person is about to die? It's like you can rest now. You know, all the villains are defeated.
I still think this is the moment where something happens to Satoshi. Damn, I looked away for a second and now I'm subbed. That's how fast things sometimes go.
Now you can never leave. Thank you for 34 bits. I wonder if you guys
Appreciate
get this joke yet. No.
Rule 34? Oh wait, what's
if
the
it
rule?
exists, there is porn of it.
That's rule 34, no?
That is rule 34.
Is that something in
The only
Higurashi?
rule on the internet that matters.
I mean, that is true, but is that something in Higurashi? Thank you very much for the biddies. But if it's something in Higurashi, do not get it.
The existence of a city of Hamburg implies the existence of a city called Cheeseburg, as it should be. That is rule 34, but not what I meant. Well, then no. The answer is no. Our aunt is gone, right? She died, right? Yes, she is dead. I performed the autopsy. There can be no mistake. She'll never abuse Satoko-chan again. Hey, Dark Lord, remember when you lied to us earlier saying that they have a coroner so it wouldn't be Irie who sees the body? My finger guns of truth are pointed at you.
I cut through your words.
Lies. No, it would have made sense that they have a coroner. And there is a coroner in the police force. But apparently Irie is the one who does the autopsy because...
In a place like this, I don't think they really do.
Reasons. Are you sure? Did you really confirm that she's dead? Yes, I sure did. So, even if I see someone who looks just like her, it's not her, right?
No, he's hallucinating.
It's not like she was actually alive and recovered, right? No, that's not possible. She'll never come back to us. Then, look, that lady. She looks like her, but that's not my aunt, right? Right? Oh my God. Why can't we have nice things in Hinamizawa? Satoshi-kun pointed at the oncoming car in fear. Of course, the car passed by so quickly that I couldn't see her face. No matter how much she looks like her, it's impossible for her to be alive. Look! Look at her! She looks exactly like her! She even looked at me! Calm down, Satoshi-kun. Your aunt is dead. So no matter how much she looks like her, it's not your aunt. But she looks just like her, look! No, it must be her. That's my aunt, I killed her. I bashed her head in repeatedly. Why? Why? And here we have a confirmation.
There we go.
I can only try to stay calm and drive. Satoshi-kun is losing his cool. He's delusional. He's seeing his aunt come back from the dead. Then I finally realize Satoshi-kun is displaying symptoms of a terminal stage. I need to examine him once I get to the clinic. It's different from Satoko-chan's case. We already have the cure. We can treat Satoshi-kun. If I talk to the mountain dogs, they'll take care of the murder of his aunt. So I can both save him from going terminal and give him back his peaceful days with Satoko-chan. He was deranged until just a minute ago, but he's gone quiet now. He didn't fall asleep. I must get to the clinic while Satoshi-kun remains in this calm state. There's no guarantee that he won't attack me while I'm driving. As if he knows what is going through my mind, Satoshi-kun Satoshi-kun.
Oh, he spooked me.
Yeah, it's Spooktober after. BRB gonna take like 20 minutes, no worries. I think Irie is more of a duty doctor when the crime is discovered and when the police coroner does the autopsy afterwards. But when again this is Ryukishi 07's first work, he's a bit inconsistent with a lot of things. So thank you for pointing that out, because I feel that way too.
In a place like this where you don't really have a lot of options, I think it makes sense to also have the doctor do it.
Yeah, it's a small village.
A resource kind of thing.
I mean, there's 2,000 people, but really how many people can you ask to do the task? It's a super specialized thing. Also, disclaimer, there are some inconsistencies. Like sometimes it's first name, last name, and then it's last name, first name. But overall, it's not enough to get me out of it. It doesn't make me nitpick. You had
out of it, yes.
one or two things throughout the series are like, no, this takes me out of it.
There are things that do take me out of it, but nothing at this point where I'd go like, oh, this is unreadable, I'm not gonna continue.
You sounded different back then. I forgot what part it was exactly, but you were...
Yeah, but not like
agitated.
Well, yeah. There are bits. And it can also be very small things that just completely get me out of the story.
Fair enough. As if he knows what is going through my mind, Satoshi-kun spoke to me quietly. Coach, is this the curse of oyashiro-sama? There is no curse. Please, try to stay focused. Satoko, sorry. Until just before I bought the teddy bear, I was thinking about running away. That's why oyashiro-sama got angry. I'm a failure as a big brother. I'm... You don't need to say anything. Close your eyes and get some rest. We'll get to the clinic soon. Then I'll give you some medicine, okay? I feel like there are maggots in my blood. It itches. Don't scratch. Don't claw at your throat.
He says while I'm scratching at mosquito stings on the side of my fingers.
We arrived at the back door to the clinic. I slammed the brakes and stopped the car. Satoshi-kun has already started to claw at his throat. I can't stop him by myself. I asked someone to help through the intercom. Some staff members came out immediately. Maybe Satoshi-kun was surprised to see so many people at once because he started to resist. I don't even need to run tests, he is at L5. He's reached the terminal stage and his thoughts must be filled with delusions. Maybe he thinks that the staff members want to kill him. Like somebody else we know. The staff members pinned his arms and legs down and gave him a shot to put him to sleep. Coach, please, help me! Don't worry, I'll make you better, so please relax. Coach? Please take care of Satoko. Please take care of Satoko. After saying those words, he fell unconscious.
My.
Go away, you piece of shit she-devil. Go away from my little blonde boy.
Christmas came early. What's going on?
Satoshi-kun suddenly displayed symptoms. Considering the amount of stress he's been under, it was just a matter of time. Or maybe he was holding it back until he bought the teddy bear.
It's interesting that somehow we always find a live specimen around Watanagashi.
Yes, because you probably have something to do with that too, you shit stain on humanity. God, I hate Takano.
Do you think it's the curse of oyashiro-sama?
Yes, as a matter of fact. We know that because we can read your mind. I don't have time to listen to her nonsense. Oh my god. This... I hate her so much. I
seriously wonder, do they try the medicine and it doesn't help? And then they get rid of him? Or do they just get rid of him immediately?
I swear, if he immediately gives up on trying to save him, I'm gonna be so pissed. The death of Koizumi-sensei is required. Didn't happen yet. Completion of a medicine C117 is required. Not that I'm aware of yet. Weaker food is high fever due to Mitake's slight fever. Nope. A roll of 1. A bottle of wine for a toast. A draft of the emergency manual and due to Mitake's promise is required.
We didn't get a promise since we misclicked.
No progress on these 3 so far. Ryugu family's move is required and the 4 years curse is required.
We don't have the move yet.
Okay.
That's
New
also
wind
the move.
needs the move. The tea set on veranda being put away is required and somebody inspecting a vacant lot. No. Reina Ryugu, a red capsule is required. Here we go. Reina Ryugu.
Hello?
Hello. Hello. Good afternoon. Oh, who are you?
Sorry. We just moved in next door. We're here to introduce ourselves. Pleased to meet you.
Oh my. Someone as young as you moved here. I see. Welcome. Mom, our new neighbor's here to say hello. Don't yell at me like that. Thank you for taking time to come over. I'm the greatest old lady.
Yes, you are.
They're a Ryugu family. They just moved into the empty house next door. Nah. You're Rena-chan, aren't you? My, how you've grown.
Ah, yes, I'm Rena. Thank you for remembering.
Mom, do you know her? Of course I do. You were living in Okinomiya then, so you probably don't remember. But we used to live next door. So you came back, huh? This village is better than the big city, is it?
I don't remember much because I was so small when we lived here.
And I don't remember much of my time in the city because I was mostly under the influence of sedative drugs.
But I feel this is where I belong.
Then you'll fit right in. If there's anything we can do for you, let us know. There's no need to hesitate. Being unreserved is the rule here, after all.
Ah, yes. Thank you very much.
They're selling chocolates, are they?
Who's selling chocolate?
Wait, where's my chocolate? I want chocolate. I mean, not right now because of speaking, but afterwards too.
I thought I'd remember things if I walked around the village, but I still don't remember much. I do recall, however, the vivid breeze, as well as the brilliant greenery. I don't remember the village, but I remember that this is my hometown. Red scars still remain on my body. They're hardly visible, and I can't even feel them. I'm sure they'll disappear soon. Now that I'm back in Hinamizawa, sometimes I wonder who I was back in Ibaraki.
It's actually Ibaraki.
In fact, I think I wasn't myself from the moment I left. And now, by coming back here, I finally regained my true self. I can hardly remember what I was like back in Ibaraki. Déjà vu. Well, that's probably because of the red medicine. The medicine erased all of my painful memories. Maybe that was for the best. I just wanted to be forgiven back then.
If there was a pill you could take that would just make you forget certain things, would you take it? A deep philosophical question for everybody.
Depends. Is it a random moment? Is it a specific moment?
It's like a treatment procedure. You can selectively delete memories.
Yeah, probably.
Despite it all, I don't think I would.
Aren't there like memories of a video game you would like to forget and replay?
Okay, I was giving it a serious thought. Yes, I would love to erase my memories of Undertale, Omori, and Metal Gear Solid 4.
I'm sorry, but if a medicine like this was brought to the market, there's gonna be two main group of, what do you call it, the people you sell it to? Targets, consumers.
Yeah.
You have trauma patients.
Yes.
Who want to forget a certain trauma that has happened to them.
Fully understandable.
And you have the gamers. Who specifically for this reason...
Not just gamers, because imagine if you could watch K-pop Demon Hunters again for the first time.
Nah, I wouldn't forget the movie. I don't mind just rewatching it.
Similarly, imagine if you could take that miracle medicine and you could forget how great having an air fryer is. And you get to re-experience that magic for the first time.
But then people would only watch, play, read one piece of media for all eternity.
One Piece mention.
Collapse. I don't think...
You're welcome, Psycho. You're welcome.
I don't think that would happen in the sense that someone would go through this over and over and over and only play one media.
Somebody would.
You might have, yeah, but it won't be the majority.
I don't know about that. I think it would be like whales in mobile games. There would be a group of people who use that medicine, that drug, extensively to do exactly this. I don't think it would be the majority of people enough to make a whole industry collapse. I think it would just be one guy replaying, I don't know, Undertale for like the billionth time and just pop another pill, wait 12 minutes or however long it takes to kick in and then go, oh, what's this game? I never heard about this. Oh, I heard many great things about it. I wonder what it's like.
Also, I didn't think this through. There would be a third consumer.
Yes, there would be a third consumer, and that's why a drug like this would never to market, because every government would use this on people that they want to forget about certain things.
I was thinking
the
more
military would use it.
Yeah, I was thinking more the criminal part, because every crime you have committed, you just go, I don't remember killing this person.
Yeah.
I don't remember ever seeing all of these government secrets.
Okay.
What is an Epstein file? I don't remember ever hearing about that.
I don't laugh because it's funny, but because
that's what it would use for.
Work, yes.
That's exactly what it would be used for.
Witch of Pandemonium, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated.
And welcome back.
Okay, but follow-up question then. If certain bad actors would make extensive use of this miracle drug, would that be a net benefit for humanity because it would reduce the amount of people getting killed to make secrets disappear?
No, I don't think...
Welcome,
I do
Skinner.
think Skinner is first. Congratulations.
I don't think Skinner is first. But I think that's a hallucination.
I don't think a pill like this would improve humanity. It's too powerful.
I think if it existed, I would love it if it is used exclusively for therapeutic purposes.
They were too naive, because the first things we thought of were trauma patients and
video games.
the entertainment industry. But we all know the main thing is gonna be the criminal part, and well, criminal and government will probably blend in here.
We talk about air fryers, aren't we always? If air fryers could erase memories. Psycho, air fryers can erase memories, but that use is illegal. Just saying, because they don't really erase memories, they more erase the person. Just saying. Wait, are we on the red pill? That one is my favorite scene in the entire visual novel. Yes,
that's exactly
Rika has returned. Reina has returned to Hinamizawa.
Yeah. But yeah, the red pill would never be released to the market.
Red capsule. Please make sure that we're talking about red capsule, because red pill is something that unfortunately exists already in modern discourse, and it's something completely different.
What's that?
It's red capsule.
What's a red pill then? Ibuprofen? No, that's pink.
Red Tylenol. I don't want to live in this timeline.
A red pill.
Used to refer to a process by which a person's perspective is dramatically transformed, introducing them to a new and typically disturbing understanding of the true nature of a particular situation based on the Matrix. You know, in the Matrix, it's you take the red pill and then you see reality, right? Tifa has forgotten about the Matrix. You just need to accept what I just told you. Yeah. Unfortunately, in slang, it typically means becoming aware of perceived political biases in society, including those in mainstream media, and viewing oneself as an independent thinker. So usually, in my experience, people that call themselves red-pilled...
Okay, fair. I thought it would be...
I avoid them.
I don't know what you call it, Viagra or something.
No, those are the little blue ones.
The more you know. Wait, is ibuprofen pink over there? It is in the Netherlands. In Germany, I believe it's white. In the Netherlands, it's
orange.
pink.
No. Sometimes I was being generous, Dark Lord.
It's orange here.
If somebody... Rule of thumb, if somebody tells, or if somebody explains themselves to be red-pilled, I'm like, okay, close the tab. It's the end of a conversation as far as it involves me. Usually it's like synonymous with going, I'm not racist, but... And then they say the most racist shit. Usually pink is for Pepto-Bismol or Benadryl. The hell is a Benadryl? It sounds like a Pokemon to me. Benadryl is a liquid medication that treats symptoms of allergies and allergic reactions.
Okay.
It's the stuff I should be taking around cats, but I never have. I've heard the term getting red-pilled often meaning starting to believe conspiracy theories.
Yeah, that sounds very likely.
That's the entry-level stuff, yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen the term red-pilled.
Good for you. Good for you, Tifa.
Maybe after this I'll get on a different part of the internet.
Don't. You are living a blessed life. Over here, ibuprofen, white, paracetamol, white. 99% of over-counter stuff is white over here.
Yes,
same in Germany. And it tastes disgusting.
Same in the Netherlands, like paracetamol is also white and stuff. Most of the pills are. I don't know why ibuprofen is actually pink.
Because it's coated in stuff and is much easier to swallow. The Dutch stuff. And it's also dramatically cheaper than Germany.
Yeah, when we go to the Netherlands, we usually buy some stuff there because here it's like 9 times as expensive for whatever reason.
Every time we do this, they give you the funny look like,
why are you buying 5 packages of that?
Are you aware that you shouldn't take too many of these because you're buying 12 big packages? And we're like, yeah, no, we know.
Yeah, we're family shopping.
We're buying them for the whole family over in Germany because if we buy this here, it's like $10. If we buy it there, it's 100. And it's the same thing. So, you know.
Yeah, for some reason here, a package is like 8 something.
I think like 6. I'm not sure. I haven't bought any here forever.
I think I saw it for 8 the other day. It doesn't matter. Between 6 and 8. And in the Netherlands, for the same amount, you pay like $1.50 or something.
Yeah. So Pepto-Bismol is a pink bismuth that soothes stomach problems. Fair enough. Don't let you buy too much of certain medicines here because they can be used to make meth. Have never experienced this. With us, it's just a warning pops up like, hey, you shouldn't take too much of this. Do you need medical advice? And we go, nope. We know what we're doing. But thank you for the concern.
Yeah.
Jesse! We have to cook, and Tifa has a line to read, actually.
Yeah. I couldn't forgive my mother. I couldn't forgive Uncle Akihito. And more than anybody, I couldn't forgive myself.
Funny to me that she still calls him Uncle Akihito. Despite everything.
I wanted someone to acknowledge that I wasn't at fault. I wanted to be forgiven. So Oyashiro-sama apologized. She told me I wasn't at fault, because it was the curse of Oyashiro-sama.
Now I remember, oh my god, so not a tangent, potentially leading into a prediction. Now I remember a very smart thing I wanted to say earlier. I was thinking the other day under the shower. What if there is 2 curses of Oyashiro-sama?
One is... Actually, you were thinking of it the other day under the shower. One is
Takano. And the bullshit she does.
Okay.
The making people disappear and then killing somebody and then making sure everybody knows that they're afraid of Oyashiro-sama, thus feeding into the frenzy and the paranoia and making all of this the way it is. That's the curse of Oyashiro-sama. That's the man-made one. What if there is an actual superhuman mythical curse of Oyashiro-sama? Because we have learned, or have been told multiple times, that every 7th or 8th generation of the Furude ladies is the reincarnation of Oyashiro-sama. What if every time that happens, they are also cursed to go through something like Rika is here?
I don't think this...
Their curse is to know that there is at least one yokai in Hanyu. So your curse is to know that there is more to existence than what the eye can see.
Is that really a curse?
Depending on the person, yes.
So you think it's a curse of knowledge?
In a sense, yes. I don't know exactly what the definition of a curse would be, but it is having knowledge outside of the realm of basic human knowledge.
But by being able to see Hanyu, you have that automatically.
Yeah.
So you think seeing Hanyu is the curse?
No, that's part of a symptom. Maybe it's having to relive your death over and over.
No,
like
because
Rika.
Hanyu would have already said that would have happened before. And it hasn't.
Oh, like Irie also told everybody that he knew that Satoshi killed his aunt and then he was brought into the clinic? Which
Why would he say that?
I don't know.
He's trying to cover up an entire thing here about a deadly disease running amok in the city.
I
They're
thought he's one
trying
of the
to
good
cover
guys.
evidence. And
I thought he's a good guy.
Oh, you said it's alright. If Satoshi couldn't be saved, then Satoshi couldn't be saved. That's the question.
You don't think of his syndrome as being the curse? Actually, no, because for some reason, now that I know that the symptom is caused by a pathogen, a microbe, for me it's like, that's just biology. I mean, it's messed up, but that's just, you got sick. It sucks, but that just exists in this compartment of my brain, and then there's the whole supernatural stuff that I consider could be its own different thing. The curse is, they know they're in a vision. I guess they're Deadpooling this.
They did know in the first few chapters, I'm just saying.
Rika did. We just didn't pick up on it.
And you eating the victims.
No.
Just slurping on their brains.
Okay, fine. I see nobody is on the same train of thought here. Cool.
She told me I wasn't at fault, because it was the curse of Oyashiro-sama. That's how I was able to forgive myself. I didn't have to die by tearing my blood vessels out of my body. I think people have to die because they become corrupted. A lot of people would die then.
If... Okay, I'll fucking say it. If only. I want to see that being used in a fantasy world setting. Imagine, if somebody becomes too corrupted, they'll just fucking fall over and die.
But if you know that happens, would you still become corrupted?
Possibly. I'm pretty sure some assholes would see how far they can push it because it won't happen to me.
You will always have a couple, but it's the same like if there was proof that a god existed and heaven and hell were real, then a whole lot of people wouldn't do certain things because they knew what would happen. It's the same here, if you know.
Let me cook. Okay, but how is corrupt defined? I was already jumping like 16 million steps ahead in my head. In my idea for my soon-to-be best-selling novel, The Corruption.
The Corrupted.
No, The Corruption. We learn about this when suddenly 40% of the world government's leaders drop dead. And then everybody asks themselves, why is that? And then eventually they learn that something has happened that makes you die if you are too corrupted.
That actually could be a really good movie.
Except if I just hadn't given you the big plot twist.
By the time you made it, everyone had forgotten about it.
Kinda sounds like Dark Souls. That's also true. Fuck, From Software stole my idea.
So I just copyright it.
Yeah.
Put a patent on corruption.
I'm pretty sure Nintendo has the patent on patents. Please don't sue me, Nintendo. Sounds like it could be a mimetic SCP. Kind of, no? Those are usually
what
very...
does that mean?
I'm bad at explaining things. I'm like Mr. Ferruti.
A secret organization.
The SCP Foundation is a fictional organization featured in stories created by contributors on the SCP Wiki, a wiki based on collaborative writing. Within the project's shared fictional universe, the SCP Foundation capturing, containing, and studying various paranormal, supernatural, and other mysterious phenomena known as anomalies or SCPs. So basically,
yeah, that could exist in there. Okay, but what is the definition of corruption in your novel?
That's why you need to pay $9.99 to read a novel.
You will learn that at the end of the book.
Exactly, page 386. Bookmark that.
Evil people would just A/B testing the limits and find loopholes around it and prop up some fall guys to die out. But that's the thing, depending on how this works, if the disease knows, if you are the one that sets it up, technically you are corrupted and you could also die. Just because you don't perform the actual act itself doesn't mean you're not corrupted.
You're all running away with my idea. Let me cook. You're all drumming this up to be much more than it was going to be. Also, there are some console arcs that dive a bit deeper into all of this. And Witch of Pandemonium just remembers that the console arc, tells us that the console arcs are not strictly canon. Thus, we shall skip them. Was a game where you run away from an SCP that can move whenever you're not looking at it, like The Weeping Angel. That's a game that Skinner should play. I hear he loves that. Meanwhile, Reina is still trying to move back to Hinamizawa.
That's why people try their hardest not to dirty themselves all their lives. But I'm still living, despite how dirty I am. I've been allowed to live. Is there still some filth left on me? Or am I all clean? I don't know. The only thing I know is that the me who lived in Ibaraki and the me who's there right now are two different people. Why am I so itchy? Especially when...
It's all the filth on you, Tifa.
Moving hurts, it's the maggots. It doesn't help that there's been a little fly sitting on top of the screen. I don't know why, but looking at it makes me itchy too.
SCP-5K? If so, got it completed. Told you.
I no longer feel the need to take responsibility by ripping myself apart because of the filth.
This music makes me like go back and forth, and I don't know, I don't feel like it fits the moment, but still.
After arranging some furniture and unpacking some boxes, we finally had dinner.
Most important piece of furniture? The strawberry pillow under the desk. Oh, under the table.
Although I hardly remember Hinamizawa, my father remembers things very clearly.
Although it was around when we lived here before, the Watanagashi festival has grown huge these days. It's held at the end of June.
Watanagashi?
I've never seen it myself, so I don't know too much about it. But supposedly people let cotton absorb the filth on their bodies and drift it down the stream.
Absorb the filth? You can wash your filth down the stream, huh?
Isn't that what we're doing?
I don't stand in the street. Good point.
Do you remember how I opened today's stream?
Yeah, you have a good point, yeah.
Like cotton drifting on the river, yep.
We just give all our cotton to you.
Yes. My emotional cotton I give to you. You are my emotional river. Please take it along and absolve me of my sins. Funnily enough, I don't feel the pain anymore. See, it was good that I talked about it.
I still do.
Yeah, but skill issue. Of course. Humans are sinners. As we live every day, filth piles up on our bodies, supposedly. And once a year we get rid of the filth by letting the cotton absorb it. Have you guys ever thought about, I don't know, personal hygiene?
People become burdened with filth and sin by doing something bad. Court sentences can settle your crimes legally, but that doesn't mean the burden of sin, of the filth, will just go away. In other words, human hands can't erase human filth in this human world. The filth is something humans can't get rid of, and that's why we need a god from a different world to do that. That's what I thought. But I'm surprised to learn about Watanagashi.
I think Reina might benefit from, what's it called in Christianity? A confessional?
A priest. I think you can only confess at a priest or with a priest.
The sitting in a box and then going, Father, I've sinned. And then you tell your story and then they go, do this and be forgiven. But it's spiritual filth, exactly. You just want to be absolved. You want to feel better about yourself. I feel like we all go through this at some point in our lives.
Human hands erasing human filth in the human world, letting the cotton absorb the filth and drifting it downstream. That means it's okay to live in this world. I tried to commit suicide because I couldn't forgive myself. Oyashiro-sama apologized to me and told me to come back to Hinamizawa. And now, here in Hinamizawa, there's this Watanagashi, a ceremony to get rid of filth. This isn't just a coincidence. Hinamizawa is a place to wash away your filth.
I get it, but at the same time, I'm not sure that is for me. Because, hear me out. I've never participated in this, but from my understanding from movies and TV shows and stuff, a confessional. You go to the church, you sit in the thing, and then you tell the priest, I believe, what you have done. And then the priest will listen to you, maybe give you some advice. And then usually there is something that makes it feel like a transaction. They will tell you, pray 16 Ave Marias and the other one that I don't remember the name of. And then
Isn't confessing enough to have your sin forgiven?
Potentially, but the one I'm thinking of is the one where I tell you to go pray.
Okay.
So and so many times. And there's a transactionality to it. I have done something bad, I tell you, and to absolve myself, to make myself clean of it, I do the Our Fathers, Lord's Prayers, Hail Marys. Thank you, Dark Lord. And when I've done this, and now the transaction is over, right? I've done something bad, I've done something to make up for it, and now we're even. The idea here of, okay, I've done something that I feel sinful of, and now I go put cotton into the river. That's more like, ultimately, if it has the same effect on you, if you feel better afterwards, awesome. Like, that's the idea. So if it works for you, that's great. But I feel like there isn't a lot of, I've done something to make up for me committing my sins in taking a piece of cotton and putting it in the river.
But with a confessional, you usually don't do that either.
Well, with a confessional, you have to tell what has happened. So...
Yeah, but in the same sense, you tell it to God. That's why it's an anonymous confessional. The voice of God listens to you and forgives you. Same as with the Watanagashi. You pass on your sins to God or wherever it goes, and you are forgiven. You are cleansed.
Yeah, true, I guess.
With
yeah,
one,
fair.
you just don't say it out loud. In the other, you say it out loud, but technically not to a person in that sense.
Yeah, it's an avatar of your faith.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. If you feel better because of it, doesn't that mean you believe in it? Yeah, true. Well, I was getting hung up on, I guess, the mechanics of it. The performing a task versus the transactional nature that I see in it. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, if it makes you feel more at ease with yourself, then that's the thing.
It all comes down to belief. If you don't believe in it, it won't do anything for you. If you do actually believe in it, you will feel better. It's the power of faith, isn't it?
Yeah. Also, it doesn't solve a physical harm done to a victim. That is true, Psycho.
Maybe they should also...
No, God, fuck you, Tifa. No, talking specifically only about your own personal feelings about something that has happened. It doesn't undo anything, but it might help you cope. To put that into much more eloquent words than my associate's earlier attempt at a joke might make you feel like.
Also in Dragon Quest III, you can't kill an NPC, but other sins can be cleared from as little as 30 gold in certain towns. That sounds like corruption. That
sounds like the Catholic Church. You know that's a thing they used to do, right? Cell absolution.
I mean, yeah. The higher your donation, the more forgiveness you receive. Or the more favor you receive.
What must I do to be forgiven? Yeah, just give X amount of your monies to the church. And when you do this, and then you're like, okay, we're good.
Seems about right.
Part of why I don't like the church. It's so messed up that some kind of faith is necessary. Not everyone is mentally built like that. It doesn't work for everybody. Ultimately, I think, in a sense, it's coping mechanisms. So if it works, it works.
Yeah, I think I'm a bit double when it comes to faith. it's not for me. I have grown up religiously as a Muslim, but decided religion itself is just not for me. But I do see the beautiful things faith can do and the strength it gives people. And then I can think, wow, that must be really nice. Like, look at some of the architecture that has come forth because of faith, where you think like that shouldn't even have been possible at that time. Or the strength people pull from it through difficult situations. And then I think that is a beautiful thing, and I'm happy people have something like that. But then you also have the other side that can definitely abuse every type of faith. And you have the extremists in every religion.
Yeah.
And the horrible things that can come from it because they do it in the name of your faith. And then it's like, maybe it's better if it wasn't there at all. Like, it's
I think those are two different things, because I agree with you. Psycho puts it like this: sure, if a junkie turns his life around because he found Jesus, I'm not going to put my fedora on to clown him. That's what I'm talking about.
Like, that's the beautiful part of it.
Yes, I think belief is amazing for everybody that wants it. Great. But organized religion, I have a lot of issues with. Like, I don't know where in the Bible it said that the church should have their own little castle somewhere in Italy and all of these resources, and then not share them with the people that need them. I must have skipped that part when I read it.
I got distracted by the subscribe to my OnlyFans to be absolved of any current and future sins. Skinner, drop a link.
On Discord, please, in the NSFW channel. Do you usually put a fedora into clown on people? I would. Yes. Specifically for that, yes. Now, Tifa, wash away your sins.
Hinamizawa is a place to wash away your filth. It forgives sins. It is a place of forgiveness.
It's called a purification ceremony.
Ah, I've heard of those before.
Japanese culture is very strict about filth. You aren't allowed to remain in the spotlight if you accumulate too much. See, that's the reason why politicians and company presidents resign immediately once people find out about their dirty deeds. You must leave the spotlight if you're filthy. To put it in a bad way, the filth is basically pushed onto someone else and they are held responsible for it. Is that so? I mean, we've all seen pictures of like Japanese CEOs standing in front of a camera and going, "We're sorry for what has happened," but
that sense of, I'm gonna say, responsibility is definitely much higher there, and expectations.
Yeah, but in the same beat, aren't there plenty of people who also misuse that?
Yeah, but that's not the point here.
Like, I'm pretty sure abuse and corruption exists in Japan as well.
Yeah, it does, but it's about the general...
Unless you're orange, then you're immune.
Then the filthier the better.
Unfortunately.
Sins and filth must be removed. That's why people push them onto someone else and then try to get rid of the filth by sacrificing that person. But if that's the case, every time that filth is created, people will try to pass around responsibility for it. That's awfully hideous.
Agreed.
It's almost like seeing demons in the human world. That's why they came up with the idea of letting the cotton absorb all the filth. By doing so, people can live without making someone else take on all the responsibility, sins and filth. Putting everyone's sins onto someone and then killing that person makes that person a sacrifice. Who wants to be a sacrifice? That's why they desperately push their sins around. A purification ceremony is about replacing the human sacrifice with a non-human one. The purification ceremony dramatically changed Japanese culture. Before then, people always believed someone had to become a sacrifice. In other words, even with filth, everyone can live without blaming someone else. Filth can be forgiven by a method other than that, death.
This kind of came out of left field for me. How did we go from I can wash myself clean of my spiritual filth by performing the cleansing ritual to people push their sins onto other people and then they kill them.
Because now we're talking about the general history. Way on how people deal with this and how it's done in current times.
I mean, American CEOs, usually I expected to resign if there's a huge scandal. Yeah, and then they become the CEO of a different company and then they do the same shit in a different color.
I feel like nowadays it's not even expected to resign. I feel like they're bullied to resign. And I'm not saying that bullied in a mean or a neutral sense, but it's like if you look at some of the cases that have become a bit more famous, like the woman who stole the baseball.
Mm-hmm. From a kid?
Baseball ball?
Yeah, the baseball.
Yeah, from a father and basically...
No, from a kid.
No, that was a different one. Who it's even a whole thing where they come with blonde wigs and stuff. A guy got the ball for his son. Mm-hmm. She threatened the guy to give it to him because he was sitting in another section. He gave it to her. And she was also a CEO apparently of a business. She got basically completely threatened online to resign. Then you have the Coldplay guys. Then you have the guy who stole a tennis cap from a kid.
Okay,
who was also a CEO.
Nah, hear me out.
These people were hunted down online.
Nah, hot take. Hear me out. I'm against bullying people, but if you choose to show the world that you are a piece of shit person, you should be able to handle the world calling you what you are, a piece of shit person.
Yeah, I agree with that. Bullying was maybe the wrong word, but I mean, it's not that you're expected to resign.
Should you send death threats to these people? No. But if somebody goes and steals something from a child, should you be allowed to say, hey, you're an asshole for stealing something from a child and I don't want to do business with you and I will avoid your products whenever I can? Yes.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Then I don't expect you to resign. I am coming after you and forcing you to resign, basically. Because the internet doesn't give you a choice anymore.
I don't like your use of a phrase coming after you.
Yeah, but that's what happens.
Yeah, and then some people take it way too far. I think
you don't realize that the internet comes after you.
I do, and some idiots take it way too far. They're not regular people. They go, I'm all of them. No.
All I'm saying is that there's a difference in expected to resign and being forced to resign, basically.
Being a shitty person usually is considered a violation of the social contract. There are deeds and crimes that all people recognize as bad. Yes, yeah. Exactly. But when the reputation of a company suffers, therefore innocent workers get laid off because of it. So these CEOs have to go.
Yeah.
Agreed. I will never forget that very eye-opening video of Mark Zuckerberg a couple years ago. Was it a video or was it an article I read? Doesn't matter. Some statement of him where he launched into this whole thing about how he put so much focus on the metaverse and how that's not working out and how he is so personally distraught by having to lay off like 10,000 developers. And how he is responsible. So if you're responsible, why do the developers have to leave? Why don't you just eat some of your money to make up for the costs you burn?
Yeah, but think of the stakeholders.
Go fuck yourself. If you say you're responsible, act responsible.
That's not how things go now.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown. If only it was. Some of these seem really light.
I feel like that should be a bit heavier in certain situations, but one can argue about that. Only an existence higher than humans can forgive sins. I was forgiven by Oyashiro-sama and came back to this place. To Watanagashi, the purification ceremony that exists here. Letting cotton absorb the filth and drifting it away. There's no need for a sacrifice. That's why I've been allowed to live. The filthy me has drifted away, so the me that remains is no longer Reina Ryugu. If I'm not Rena, or...
Now you got it right.
If I'm not Rena, then who am I? If I'm without filth, without all the icky things, who am I? A name vaguely appeared in my head. My new name, that only removes one of the letters from Rena. But I think it's a cute name. All the icky things are erased and forgiven with the removal of that one letter. So my name is no longer Rena. My name is...
Reina Ryugu. Hot take.
My name is... What? My name is... What?
Reina Ryugu.
Wiki wiki.
Hot take. Reina did nothing wrong, nothing to forgive.
At that point in time...
Agreed.
Agreed.
Even later on. Agreed. Because unfortunately, Hinamizawa syndrome exists. If you told me that Reina, in the full possession of her mental capacity, chose to kill those two people later on, from this point in time, that's not a good thing. I would blame her. But Hinamizawa syndrome exists. And if there is a thing literally sitting in your brain, cranking all of your negative emotions to 11, going kill, 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 that is outside of you just having these thoughts, because you could do this. Yes, of course you shouldn't, because why would you do that? That's wrong. So we don't do this. But you could. And then to go, yeah, no, let's just fucking kill them. Let's just lure them out there and just kill them, and then... No. It's Hinamizawa syndrome.
Also, all those kids survived. Plus, we don't know the details of what happened with them. Maybe they bullied or teased her. Also true.
That
and
is
if
true.
you do bully someone, I think a good beating is in place.
We truly do not know. With the whole, oh, your mom left your dad for a hotter, richer, younger guy, and now you're here and you're all sad and depressed, all emo. I think there's plenty to bully a child for that could cause you to go take extreme measures. I hope we'll still get a scene that shows us what exactly led to her smashing up the people and the windows of the school.
Well, I think the next scene, however, should be a short break before we continue.
I agree, Tifa.
I know, right?
Also, shoutouts to water and hair bands and enunciation exercises. I feel like I've done much better after the first break.
Yeah.
And now that I said this, I'll fuck it up again after the next one.
BRB, I'm pressing it. I'm getting there. We are back.
We are. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather.
What's that?
My kink outfit.
Give me the mouse if you're not clicking.
No, you're not getting a mouse. Hey, we finished the first 2 pages.
Yep.
Nice. We've got disappointment. Nope, Koizumi's still alive.
No.
We don't have this. Jiro is still not in fever. We don't have a promise yet. I shouldn't have eaten so much.
That one we do have. Preview of lots for sale.
We do have the Ryugu family's move because Reina is back.
Just click on it.
Preview of lots for sale. This music plays in my head during some work meetings. And then I unmute myself. And then I go, nothing to add for me. And then I mute myself again. Hanyu.
Okay. You think?
Yeah. Also, please stop twisting.
I don't know what to do.
Okay.
New character.
I don't know what to do. My name is Keiichi Maebara and I am hopelessly lost. I came to Hinamizawa on a tour to find a lot for a vacation home. When the realtor finished explaining some details, he told us to take a walk until the departure time. Such beautiful scenery and fresh air. I let my senses guide me and here I am. Where am I? I still have a little time before the departure, but I am completely lost. This is basically the middle of nowhere, but people actually do live here. If I keep walking, I should run into somebody, then I can ask for directions. Don't worry. The only thing I need to keep in mind is the departure time for the bullet train. But the more time passes, the more I start to think I was being too optimistic about running into anybody. Because I can't find anybody at all. Maybe I'm walking farther and farther away from where the people are, in which case I'm in serious trouble. In Germany we say am Arsch der Welt. Yes, at the ass end of nowhere, I think is the English version of it. Yeah. I'm also familiar with JVD. I don't know where that comes from. Timbuktu?
Yeah.
No, that's a place that actually exists.
Yeah, but that's what you can say in Dutch as well, that you're in Timbuktu because of how far away it is.
Oh, apparently JVD comes from the Berlin dialect of Germany. I did not know that. Let me put on a Berlin accent, which would translate to ganz weit draußen. Very far away, as in the boonies. Yeah,
probably
Arsch der Welt is more
translated
common.
to rear end of the world. Yeah.
That is a very clean version of translating that. In America we say bumfuck nowhere or bumfuck Egypt. What did Egypt do to you guys? So, upon hearing someone's voice, I feel immensely relieved. It sounds like little girls are playing nearby. If it's a place where little kids can play, it must be a safe village. I followed those voices. We just say X place is a shithole. Do you know how very much that doesn't narrow it down where in the UK you mean skin?
It could be everywhere.
Sorry, I had to. The opportunity was too good. Upon rounding the wild pampas grass, I can see a beautiful field. 2 girls are playing there. They're dancing in the field filled with blooming wildflowers. What I'm seeing is more beautiful than all of the great works of art I've ever seen put together. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but this looks holier than any religious painting. So nice, in fact, this is unique artwork. We've never seen this one before. Why is it that seeing innocent girls dance around like this makes people feel this way? It's probably because we're sinners. You can't live with pleasure and glory alone. That sounds pretty good, actually. We sin, even as we live. That's why we feel awed by the sight of innocence. It reminds us of a time when we were pure. We grow up naturally and we lose innocence as we do. And we admire and adore the children who symbolize that which we've lost.
Weep. There's a suspicious person who's mumbling some weird stuff over there.
I think he draws porn for a living.
Rika, that's not a suspicious person.
Yeah, he is. Eh? Sorry. I'm not suspicious. Yes, he is.
But you've been staring at my chest and legs.
Oh my god.
Nippon.
No, I'm not. Don't turn me in. I really wasn't staring. I was using this mirror to fix my hair. You sick fucking fuck. Really?
I really doubt he was.
I'm sorry.
Why you immediately go into pedophile mode?
Don't turn me in.
Yeah, because do you know what the consequences of that are?
Nipa is trolling so hard.
Yeah, exactly.
And
because of people like Jack who will immediately go like, oh my god, he's a pedophile, nail him to the wall. That's the consequence of why people go like, hey, don't nail me in.
And the fact that his first reaction is, don't turn me in.
Yeah, of course. Who are you gonna believe? A 6-year-old that says he was staring at my boobs and legs? Or a grown-up who is awfully suspicious in that scenario? With no evidence or proof or...
Read your line, Hanyu.
You jump to conclusions too fast. I don't know what you're talking about, but it sure sounds interesting. Like father, like son.
The girls teased me for a while, and when they got tired of doing that, they went back to dancing around. Realizing that whatever I said would backfire, I decided to leave them alone and sat down to watch them play. I wonder how old they are. They seem rather young, but maybe they could be close to Keiichi's age. If we move here, Keiichi might meet them at school. If he would see them at school, then there were girls that lived here. If all the children in Hinamizawa are like them, and even if living a rural life may have some challenges, there's a good reason for us to move here.
Also, I thought he was saying he was looking for a vacation.
What the fuck is that line?
Vacation plot.
Somebody explain this to me. I'm not a parent. I don't understand this.
No, but we're contradicting ourselves. We start with, hey, I'm looking for a vacation plot, and then it's like, oh, I'm moving here, and then Keiichi goes to school here. If it's a vacation plot, you don't move here, and he doesn't go to school here.
We're not very good parents.
Contradiction.
We didn't understand what Keiichi was going through and left him alone until the very end. According to the parenting book I bought, the first few problems are calls for help. It doesn't matter what the action itself is, but the fact that those actions are occurring is a primitive appeal from the child seeking communication. Humans can speak, and that's one of the reasons why we don't notice such signs. We can only hear words through our ears, and we can't sense the signs coming from our son's heart. Keiichi probably thinks it's all his fault. Of course, he's not absent of blame. Humans aren't dogs or cats. I've met some people that I would think are dogs.
They wanted to move out here because Keiichi was struggling with school and becoming violent with other kids. I remember that. And he's also saying that, but he specifically started with, I'm looking for a vacation plot.
That's a ruse, Tifa. Do you really think you go to a realtor and go, hey, do you have any places available out here in the boonies? Because my child has been on the hook for shooting
give a reason.
Other kids in the face with a BB gun and one of them got injured?
Who says you need to go for a reason? Plus, you can't go, oh, I'm looking for a vacation plot that has different licenses probably than an actual house that you live in. So yes, you do need to say that you are moving. See, these are these tiny things that I get hung up on, and it completely takes me out of it.
I don't see any contradiction. He told the people that rent out these places what he's looking for, and this is the real reason. And afterwards he's gonna tell them, hey, remember how I said I wanted a vacation lot, a vacation home? I was thinking of moving here full-time. Can we make that happen?
Yeah, why not just start with I'm moving here full-time? Why would you need to start with vacation plot, which are completely different things, can probably change the layout and stuff as well. And like I said, are very different things.
Tifa,
I 100% disagree, and this is a hill I'm dying on. You ain't changing my mind.
That's the dumbest hill you've ever died on. We should know what's right and what's wrong. But it's our fault too as his parents. To let him think that he had to go that far for us to be able to understand him is really pathetic and disappointing of us. If we had understood him and hadn't cornered him, Keiichi wouldn't have done that. So the incidents weren't only Keiichi's fault. Everyone in the Maebara family was to blame. Especially Keiichi's uncle, who died not too long after that. I want to explain that to him, but he's still too young and hot-headed to be able to understand. Right now, the guilt he's feeling is basically crushing him under its weight. He doesn't even have a will to live. My wife is the same. She's blaming herself for forcing him to study for better grades. She thinks that's why the incidents took place. And I'm no different. I'm blaming myself for not being involved in my son's education. I think that's why the incidents took place. I love how it's not... I'm blaming myself for not being involved in my son's life. It's just his education.
But he's in his life.
See, that's the hill I'm willing to die on. The cross will be forever on our shoulders, even after the injured child accepts our apologies. Yet our cold society would tell us to die under the weight of that cross. Even so, we have to live. We have to accept our sins and carry our burdens on our shoulders. Maybe we can start a new life here in this village. I thought about all of that as I watched the girls dance. Keiichi needs friends like them. Friends like those girls will offer him so much more than the friends who only talked about cram schools and exam results. W parents, honestly, being able to reflect like self, like that is a miracle in and of itself. Agreed. Would have loved to have something like that. Definitely. I think raising a kid is part of education. I would phrase it differently. Maybe they mean the same thing, but for me the wording is off. He's willing to change and find a place that better suits their family. That's the important part. Yeah.
And honestly, sometimes, no matter how involved you are with your kids or raise them, you can't change certain things. There's so many outside influences as well.
Yes. He's racking up his S cells with his top-shelf bucolic pastoralism.
Ow.
That's exactly what I was gonna say next, Dark Lord. It's a shame you beat me to it. What?
You need to translate that for us. You should know by now that smart words don't work here.
Yeah, there's way too many syllables. And too much Latin sounding things. The girls are playing near a sign that doesn't fit into this open field. It's a sign about lots for sale and the name of a realtor who brought me here for the tour is written on it. Does that mean we can live, even in this beautiful area if we want to? There! He went there to look for a place for a vacation home, and now he found a plot that is actually available to move into full-time.
He already said earlier.
It was a press A moment.
He already said earlier that they're gonna move here and that Keiichi would go to school here. So no, that is not only up to this moment, because he already said that they are moving here.
Do you also have this weird ringing in your ears?
So no, I am still standing on top of that hill, not moving an inch.
In Dragon Ball, Saiyans grow more powerful not by fighting, but actually by living a peaceful life, giving them more S cells.
Why didn't you say so?
I think you're the only one remembering that, Dark Lord. That's crazy. I thought Saiyans grow stronger by being brought near death. And then they go, no, I'm too hot-headed to die. And then they go, bucolic and pastoral just mean like out in the country, but in a flowery, pretty way. I'm here trying to resist making a Dragon Ball joke, but it's not something else. Dragon Ball D's nuts? In your S cells? That one? Something like that? One of the girls spoke as if reading my mind.
This is a wonderful village. You will find lots of things you don't have in a big city.
Yeah, that's right. I think so too.
But I think you'll bring some things from the city to this village that we don't have.
Pawn. Do we have anything?
I'm sure you do. We've lived in this village for hundreds of years, just like this. Nobody comes to visit, and nothing happens. And so, nothing ever changes.
Isn't that what's good about this place?
Didn't you come here because you wanted to change something?
Yeah, you're right about that.
We want new people to come here too. It's like breaking the dam that keeps the swamp water from flowing out. Water is purified by moving. If it stays motionless, then it's just a swamp. In fact, this village used to be named after a swamp up until the Meiji era. But the name was changed to Hinamizawa. The water in the swamp stagnates because it doesn't flow, but the water in the stream stays fresh. Besides, you all are the ones who will teach us that. That dams can be broken should be broken.
Are they playing riddles with me? I'm sorry, the moment Rika does the head tilt and go into the I'm running. I don't care how innocent she looks together with the other girl frolicking out there in the meadow. I am running. I've seen enough horror movies where suddenly she turns into like this killer doll kind of thing. Hell no. That is probably the last thing I see before I get stabbed in the back. I have no idea what they're trying to say. But there's one thing I know. The villagers are waiting for new people to come here and they want to build a future with those newcomers. I looked at the sign behind the girls one more time, so that I'd remember this place. I've already decided.
We'll be waiting for you to move here. Maebara? Not creepy at all.
He never mentioned his name. How are you not pissing yourself and running away screaming right now? This girl is strange.
Yeah, but they've been saying so many things like they've lived there for 100 years. we know you're coming and bringing things. Like, at this point,
Yeah,
it's
but all of this could just be very flowery talk for, the village's traditions and such.
Gossip moves fast. Ruben, how are you doing? Nice to see you.
Happy Sunday. You be the real estate agent, no?
Oh, there you are. Sir! I thought it said C. C.
It's not Skinner. C is something Skinner sounds a lot.
How did you get this far out?
A raspy voice from the distance. A raspy voice from the distance ended this innocent moment. It's the realtor. I guess he's been looking for me because I didn't return. Sorry about that. I got lost. I apologized for scratching my head. And I did that in real life. I knew it. I could tell that was the Ichiro energy.
What did he do in real life? Scratch his head?
Yeah, just like I did when I said the line.
Oh.
Yeah. Peak voice reading line thing.
Now I got you.
Keiichi's dad has 0 horror survival instincts. Yes. Yeah. The only thing dumber than this would be, let's split up. We can cover more ground that way. Here in 100 years, I would have believed they were a ghost and been off running. I would have taken it as, this is a village out in the boonies. Nothing ever changes here. They're very traditional. I guess that's what they must be talking about.
I would just take it as a kid's rambling. Even if they told me if I now go somewhere and I will die and someone will stab me, I wouldn't believe it.
I turned around to look for the girls, but they weren't there anymore. How did he talk to Hanyu? So the whole, people can't see Hanyu. They cannot talk to Hanyu.
Well, we had this debate last time when we saw the plot and there's still no answer to that. Because Hanyu has suddenly been seen by lots of people.
Yeah, but the question is, back then I thought it was Mion and Shion, which would have made sense.
No, but at this point she has already been seen by several people and that has sparked several discussions already. I'm just gonna wait for the answer at this point. Because I feel like Hanyu is shitting.
Shut up, I'm thinking. Are we having some sort of... What's the word I'm looking for? Retroactive ripple effect going on?
You'll have to explain that.
We know from a way earlier chapter, don't ask me which one, that Keiichi's dad specifically made them move to this place in Hinamizawa because he came here once, as we've just seen, and he saw 2 cute and beautiful girls dancing in a meadow. Mm-hmm. And that we just witnessed. Yes. Except we thought it was some of the girls.
No, we thought back then too.
Yes, some of the girls. 2 of the girls. Probably Mion and Shion.
Yeah, but last time when we saw this plot, we even already said that he saw Hanyu and Rika.
Would you like me to finish my thought?
Yeah, I'm just correcting you.
Don't. So, it's Mion. It's not Mion. It's Hanyu and Rika. Mm-hmm. But Hanyu is invisible.
When she wants to.
So, A, can Hanyu turn transparent whenever she wants to? B, is Hanyu fucking lying about other people cannot see me? Is it that we just saw this version happening in the latest repeat of history where because Hanyu after chapter 7 said that she would now believe and help them, she has become visible.
But then what's the reason for him moving there beforehand?
Exactly. Or is because of the events of chapter 7 causing Hanyu to also believe that they can fix this together, therefore choosing to make herself visible in the, let's call it, 8th timeline, retroactively making it so that in all the previous lives, in all the previous worlds that Rika has lived through, Hanyu was also visible.
That seems unlikely. I do think there's some sort of condition that needs to be met to see Hanyu. Because so far it doesn't make sense, because she has said that she's lonely, nobody can see her, nobody can talk to her, but we've now had several things already where people can see her, where people can talk to her.
Or...
Get to it!
I will speak extra slow because of how you act. Or is this whole idea of there's different worlds and they all went exactly like this shattered, and it's all fragments.
You mean every chapter was part of a fragment?
Something about Hanyu not being able to be seen by other people has just been debunked for good. With everybody else, I could have forgiven it some way. Takano can see her because she has willpower above and beyond the gods, so in a way she's even above the gods, as Hanyu told her. Keiichi could feel her because he's the main character.
What I want to know though with Takano, every time that Hanyu has been in the... If Hanyu would visit the clinic, can she still see her? Or was it only that moment because Hanyu chose to speak to her? Or
yes.
Because Hanyu has visited the Irie clinic on Sundays where they had their checkups. Takano was also there.
From what we know about the fragments, Jack's logic is sound. Unbelievable, I know. Exactly. This one fragment, preview of Lots for Sale, either that's an oversight, which I don't think, or it tells us way more than you can tell at face value.
Especially with how people responded in chat, there is an explanation for this. And I am dying to know what that is going to be.
In the end, it's gonna turn out that Hanyu is Keiichi's mom.
Go for the next fragment.
We still need a resolution of that one stupid throwaway line. Hey, Maebara, your mother used to live in Hinamizawa and then she left and then she came back.
That's still not solved.
She's a cold woman, isn't she? You don't just say that. That's Chekhov's gun. The gun has still been laying there. We don't know what's happening with it. So apparently Takano saw her once, and Reinamio and Satoru can sometimes witness when they're L3 or higher.
I don't think that is the condition, because his father... I don't think it's possible that the father is already infected after coming there once, plus being in the L3 stage.
Possible, but unlikely.
To immediately be infected and be in L3?
I mean, there are some people who can just shrug it off, apparently, like Koizumi. So there could also be people that get infected really fast.
Like I said, there's gonna be an explanation for it, and I'm curious to see what it's gonna be. Let's do one more fragment.
I'm beginning to think there is wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff happening.
Yeah.
All the worlds are collapsing in on each other. Things are happening at the same time.
Let's do New Wind.
New Wind! Yugo family move is required. We have that, and the Waterman from the Sonozaki family is required. We have that as well.
Okay, I'll get going.
Grasp.
Thank you. Don't mention it. Come back anytime, okay?
What's their relationship?
I am home. Hey, Uncle Higurashi. Long time no see. Press a moment. There you have it. Can you do the real estate agent?
Raspy voice. Hey, Mio-chan! Are you going home? I have to give my clients a ride. Earlier he had a frog in his throat, that's why he sounded so high-pitched.
That's just a friend. A ride? Ah, you're talking about your realtor business, huh?
That's not a friend, that's the realtor, Tifa.
Yeah, the colleague then.
What do you mean a colleague? That's the guy who just sold the plot.
I'm saying that's why he has a different voice. It's a different realtor agent. They can't have two in the business, you know?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No, he just cleared his throat.
Just go with it.
You see, they're two realtors and they're married.
Exactly. Thank you, Dark Lord.
I'm still waiting for you to read your line.
Well, who's this one?
You. That's Mion.
The Sonozaki family is one of the largest landowners here in the Hinamizawa area. However, since all the land is out there in the countryside, it just ends up sitting there. Recently, the land owned by the Sonozaki family was put on sale in lot. At the family meeting, some of our relatives opposed the idea by saying we shouldn't sell off land that was handed down from our ancestors.
They opposed the idea?
Opposed. But Granny snapped and shut them right up. Some of the unused fields were made into vacant lots and released for public sale. Actually, I had some questions about it too. The Sonozaki family is very wealthy.
What are we gonna do with all that coin?
Bribe more people. We have plenty of land as well as money. So why did we have to sell it off? What's more surprising to me is that Granny was the one who came up with the idea. I would have thought she'd get furious if someone even mentioned something like that. Wanna bet that Rika mentioned it?
That makes sense.
Okay, if you're ever near the station, be sure to stop by. I'll treat you to a cup of barley tea.
Sure, thank you very much. So how's your business going?
Don't make me speak more in that voice.
I'm surprised there are actually city folks who are interested. They must be those nouveau riche types who live in the big city and also want a house in the countryside.
Well, I guess some people are curious.
There's one family seeking to move here, not purchase a villa. He said he wants to build a studio, so he must be an artist of some sort.
Oh, that's great.
Oh gosh, I better go now.
Supposedly he planned the tour to show them the lots, and he's the one driving the bus. It should be about time for the tour and explanations to end. He left in a hurry. Hey, can I ask you something? Why did you want to sell our land? You don't like newcomers. I don't like newcomers and I don't like big city people either. But the village needs them. It's like ventilating a room. Oh, we're getting to the incest.
That actually makes sense. Yeah, you need to keep the bloodstream fresh.
At some point, we're all cousins.
Yeah, but at least you know each other.
Yeah, sure. Is it good for the village to have new people move in? Yeah, I don't want you marrying to a cousin.
For biological purposes, yes, it's necessary. Oh, we're getting to the incest, she says.
If only she knew. Wait, ooh.
Oh, come on, it's obvious, no? This has been a super secluded village that has fought off outsiders from coming in for supposedly hundreds of years. It's a wonder that any of the people from Hinamizawa can stand up straight and speak in whole sentences.
Yeah, but it's okay if it's like your third cousin twice removed.
Tifa, over 1,000 years there is no third removed anything left. The only thing third that gets removed is the third arm you were born with.
This is a wonderful village, but the world is changing quickly. In the past, a very small change took 10 or even 20 years to happen. It was such a quiet and unchanging village. Well, that's rural life. In this village, nothing is different from yesterday and today. It's too boring for me, though. But you made a friend, didn't you? Reina Ryugu moved here and you got along great. You told me you were happy that you had a friend your age.
Actually, real quick, the healthy amount of incest over the hundreds of years does also explain why they have flash mitts for hands and why they all do the Higurashi lean.
Yeah.
That's the bad posture from... That's just how their spines grow at this point.
You have a good point.
You couldn't tell with the artwork we play with because of 07th mod, but...
Another mystery solved in Chapter 8.
There you go.
Yeah. Making friends unexpectedly is fun. I remember you saying that school is boring when Reina-chan is absent. Do you remember that?
Do you remember that?
Are you saying that's the good thing about letting new people move here?
Quick question. Can you really say it's new people if Reina moved back here?
Yeah, because she was so young.
Come on.
Oh yeah, you asked.
The true unknown lore for Higurashi's mitten hands. Imagine, these games have been around for almost 20 years now, I think. And we're the first people who figured it out. Like, come on, people.
This was definitely on the list of mysteries to solve.
The only one left. Explain the flash myths.
No matter how cold it gets, you still have to ventilate your living space. Otherwise it gets filled with bad air and you'll suffocate to death. Is she saying I need to replace you? You've been here for a while. I'm ventilating the air.
I was giving a look to everybody to ventilate every now and then. In case you haven't known. Sorry, I mostly theorize about the cosmology of Higurashi, not the incest. Also, a very important task.
Yeah, sure. But first topic is incest. You open the window, even knowing the freezing cold air will come in. Letting outsiders move here is like ventilating the village? Sure, it lets fresh air in and gets rid of bad air like us. Haven't we said that like 6 times now? If I bring up the Hojo family, I know Granny will explode, so I won't. Oh, the Hojo family is incest. But I think what Granny is trying to say includes things like their ongoing isolation. Even now, when she remembers about what happened at the explanatory meeting, she gets really upset. But I guess even she feels the need.
No.
But
if you finish the line after that change of words, that's gonna mean something entirely different.
I was already restarting!
She feels the need to come to an end.
Yeah, I can't see if one eye was closed. But I guess even she feels that needs to come to an end. But of course, she can't just say she'll forgive them. Not when she's at this stubborn age. She can't lose face by openly saying they need to be forgiven. Honestly, I think she's behaving like a little schoolgirl who actually likes a person but treats them rudely when they are around.
Yeah, she's the worst tsundere I've ever seen.
Maybe people really do go back to being children when they get old enough. I'm not just talking about Granny. The same can be said about all of them old people in the village. No, maybe I should say the evil around here. That must be what she meant by bad air. There's no use circulating the air in a closed room. Unless you open the windows and let fresh air in, the air in the room won't be purified. Wait until you hear about Tifa's cannibalism. What's wrong with that?
Her interest in the topic.
Wait until you realize that the verse Higurashi is part of is one of the strongest verses in fiction.
We shall see about that. We need less evil people in town to balance things out. Yes. I think verse is the shorthand version of universe, as in work of fiction. Somebody correct me if I will.
We don't know if there's actually going to be people moving here. But don't you think you're expecting too much from whoever does? Just Reina-chan moving here changed you, Mion. Whoever moves here will change the village. If possible, I hope some young and energetic people who have the charisma to lead will appear. They need to be the ones to put us old people away into heaven.
And that's why I need them to choke the shit out of me.
I was gonna... Ow. Oh. Dramatic reaction.
There's a little fly in the room. Across the Higurashi verse, indeed. In this case, Higurashi is part of the When They Cry verse.
Are you thinking about Grams?
Oh?
Damn you! Nobody's thinking about him. Here, have the housekeeper put away the tea set on the veranda. Okay. I will.
Who is Gramps?
Mion. Also, this is the tea set on the veranda scene. The day Satoshi Hojo disappeared, you came to me, huh? Yeah. I guess I did. Ow!
Sorry. Gramps, Professor Oak. No, I know who Gramps is. Gramps is Ash's dad. Both of them, never seen.
Well, she doesn't seem to like to talk about the grandfather.
Oreo got period Gramps. 10 out of 10 pun.
Because I believe every time he has been mentioned, the topic was changed.
Yeah,
like we
which
know
has happened
nothing about
twice, I think. I would like to point out that at some point I said that Oishi is for grandfather.
Nah.
Could still have happened. We don't know who boinked.
Nah.
You have an overview of all the characters that fornicated with one another.
Oishi is way younger than Oreo.
And? That doesn't mean they didn't do the hanky-panky.
Yeah, that's true, but I don't think so.
Oishi is the father.
Nah.
Alright, get us back into it.
I doubt it. I guess I did. That is what woke me up. This problem with the Hojo family. We can't just let time take care of it. We have to take care of it ourselves as soon as possible. But you can't do it yourself. So you're going to have an outsider take care of it? That's the best I can do.
Oh, this is so stubborn old people bullshit.
And then it's outsiders like us who stay at home, don't socialize. Like,
this is my social interaction. Anyway, just finished up implementing aesthetic anime and Tekken capabilities into the game and sent for comments, so I'm gonna make dinner now. Congratulations! That sounds like a shit ton of work. It's almost 10 p.m. You should have some food. Please enjoy.
Looks
Whatever
like
you're
in the
having,
same time zone.
deserved.
Enjoy dinner.
I hate Oreo Sonozaki so much.
No matter how bad your hand is, the next card can change the flow of the game. So maybe it's a good idea to draw cards from a stack. Your generation will be a new wind. Let that new wind come from the outside. And you'll be the wind from the inside. When both winds create a gale, the gust will blow away the still air from the village.
This sounds like a semi-poem from a Zelda game.
Yeah, it sounds like. Why can't we ever just speak normal?
Yeah, makes sense since I'm German. See, there you go, another mystery solved. Another one, it's getting out of hand. It's crazy, there's like 85 million of us. More if you count German speakers.
It's kind of funny because especially in mobile games, I feel like 80% is usually German.
Ja, sprich Deutsch, Hurensohn. Speak German, you son of a bitch.
That's the epitome of leaving your problems to others.
Epitome.
Yeah, whatever.
Fuck that word.
You're the one who started the fire, and you're trying to have your grandchild take care of it? Oh, don't say that. As the new leader of the Sonozaki family, bring the new wind into the village. If you're saying that's my job as your successor. Please, Mion, I'm too old. The only thing I can do now is to be despised by people.
I think I understand why it is like this, but I hate it so much.
It's pure stubbornness.
This idea of I'm too old to change.
It's the rule of the internet, but in every community there are Germans hiding.
100%.
I guess. Also, welcome in, Ranger. How are you doing?
How are you feeling? Feeling a little bit better?
It's odd for me. This kind of softened my opinion of Oreo. She's still a stubborn fuck who's annoying, using an indirect method to change things. It just makes me hate her more. Because she knows what she's doing isn't good. She doesn't believe that what is happening should be happening. And yet she is so stuck in her ways that she doesn't fathom that she could use her influence to lead the others on that journey of changing how they act. Instead, she is this solidified, crusty, old statue that is just unmoving and just hurts.
And it's very typical because I feel so many old people are like this. Like I see your grandfather in this.
Yeah, he was like that too.
Yeah. Especially your grandfather.
Ja. Dieser Chat ist nun Eigentum der Bundesrepublik Deutschland. Yes. This chat is now under the ownership of the federal government of Germany. Germany, just Germany. I don't know what Bundesrepublik is in
Germany.
English. Just Germany, yeah. My eyes don't hurt anymore, so I'd call it an improvement. Ranger, congratulations.
Glad to hear you're feeling a bit better.
And unfortunately, just like weeds, Oreo also doesn't perish. Not yet.
The wind chime sounded quietly. Maybe that's a sign to let us know a cool breeze is on the way. Also, I feel like they couldn't think of anything on how to call this fragment, so they just called it putting away the tea set on the veranda. Because that's what this fragment
That's not what it's
refers
called.
to. Yes, it is.
That's not what it's called.
No, it's called a new wind, but the thing is, a tea set on the veranda is required.
Yeah.
The tea set on the veranda being put away is required.
Can we do one more fragment?
Yeah, that's right.
Yes!
Last one though.
Keiichi Maebara. It's NFL day, so I'll be lurking for my 99999. Ranger, thank you for the love. All the same, enjoy your lurk. And thank you for the lurk. Ah, finally main character Kun is back.
Go for it.
This is for school? Yeesh, this really is for sticks. Keiichi, don't say stuff like that. The people in this area love coming here. That was my first impression of a Hinamizawa branch school. No matter how I look at it, it doesn't look like a school at all. It even has a sign that says Hinamizawa Forestry Service. Keiichi, you son of a bitch, it's been many streams. I know, right? Too many.
It has been a while.
You can be the principal.
What? You've always been the principal.
This is a younger principal, Tifa.
You're right. We're borrowing the building from the Forestry Service.
Said the man they called the principal as he laughed heartily.
Although it doesn't look like it, it is in fact a school. The rules may be a little different from the ones you went to previously though. Are you okay with that?
No. Can I say no? Yes. I heard all the grades are put in the same classroom at the school. I didn't believe it, but I think it really is true.
A younger principal, you mean by a month? A lot of change can happen to someone's voice in a month, yeah.
Exactly. Because in between Tifa voicing the principal and me voicing the principal, he went to a martial artist tournament where unfortunately in the penultimate round of a finale, he took a kick to the chest which made his throat a little bit aggravated, so his vocal cords are still a little bit compacted, and then he sounds more like me.
Nah, he was just very late with getting the frog in his throat.
All that. The entire time he's like...
Lies, no use, gonna.
Exactly. Skill issue. They're all younger than I am, so I guess it'll be like kindergarten. Though it'll be interesting compared to my previous school where everyone looked the same age.
Yeah, like a normal school.
The lore is spectacular. I am great at making shit up as I go.
If you transfer here, you will be the oldest boy in the class. So you'll have to be a good role model for the younger students. The younger students have the tendency to copy bad habits from the older ones. I'll be keeping my eyes on you too, so make sure you're aware of that, okay?
I understand.
Ara, sensei. Ooh.
Ara is not something a boy would say, I think.
Keep your eyes on me, sensei.
No, more like, I've been a bad student.
No, I like mine better down.
As long as there aren't airsoft guns, like... Yeah, about that.
We bring our own.
I would hope that one is confiscated. Also, this just opens the door to so many things. Good role model, Keiichi, chapter 3. Lashes out on his friends and makes a girl cry and murders a man. Everybody has a bad day, you know? If you don't deserve me at my lashes out on his friends and makes a girl cry and murders a man, you don't deserve me at my launches into a 15-minute monologue with 3 delinquents about how the quality difference is between Russian-made porn supposed to supplant the Japanese porn industry versus the homegrown stuff.
I think you will get that either way, but yeah, I agree.
You know, you gotta take the good with the bad. I understand. I'll do my best. Keiichi. What she means is that textbooks aren't the only things you learn from. As a member of a class and also as an older student, you have to be a good example. I know that already. Oh, this hopeful music. After that, Chie-sensei brought us to an empty classroom and showed me where my desk would be. Since we're all still growing, I'm sure our sizes are very different. There are some desks that are way too small for me to even put my legs under, and also some that are just perfect for me.
They all look the same size to me.
That's because of a perspective, Tifa. There are approximately 30 desks in here. But since all the different grades are in the same room, I'm sure it's very lively. There's also a wall full of calligraphy and art from different grades. It's all pretty exciting, nothing like my previous school. It reminds me of the days when I truly enjoyed my school life. Dad, I like it here. I like the school better than the other one in the town. I think my son likes it here. That's what he just said. I want him to go to this school too.
I see. The school in Okonomiya has more resources and better teachers, though.
Don't lie to us. You are the best teacher. Even while saying that, Chie-sensei looked happy to hear that a new student would be transferring into her class. My father and the teachers went back to the teacher's office to get the transfer process going. The teachers, the one that they have. I like how much this tune has become like the main theme song of the series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starting to feel nostalgic.
I like it. In the meantime, I decided to stay in the classroom and look around. I didn't care about the move. I'd lost the will to live because of what I did. I didn't have any willpower and I couldn't even get out of bed. So when my parents told me about the move, I thought that wouldn't change anything. But after the move, something did change. I want to restart my life. I want to restart my life and become someone I've always wanted to be. Here in Hinamizawa and at this school, I can do that. I'm not going back to who I was. I'll never again think that good grades are the most important thing in this world. I have a feeling that I can learn the things that are really important in life here at this school. I never had the chance to learn them before now. It's almost embarrassing to put it into words, but they're extremely valuable things, and if you don't learn them, you won't become a decent adult. The students at the school learned them a long time ago. To them, they are a given. Yet, I have to spend time learning about them even at this age. How to make friends. How to play with friends. To play. Things you can only learn from play. Things like socializing with others. Etc. Etc. It seems so easy, but it'll take me a while to learn them. I pushed those things aside and devoted myself to studying. I'm not trying to say studying isn't important, but you shouldn't become blinded by it. If someone says studying and good grades are the most important things in life, he's talking bullshit. So I can restart my life here at this school. Finally, I can become someone I've always wanted to be. Socializing. Ugh. I was thinking the same thing. When do I learn how to get good at that? Asking for a friend, the friend is me.
Socializing is draining.
Spoilers, we are all currently socializing.
I drink to that.
Well, it's a different kind of socializing still.
Yeah, but, you know, this one is fun. So, why not do this? Why does it have to be in the, oh, it's Friday evening, so I'm going to a party and I drink very expensive drinks and I meet people who I will never see again because something or somebody told me that's what I should be doing.
Well, people have different batteries and what they like on
Exactly.
doing. You tricked us! Unfollow! Unsub!
I guess I did.
Going to a different stream where I don't have to socialize.
I will tell everybody on other social media platforms about this. That's still socializing. No, I think, in a sense, most people. I mean, there are, of course, people that just don't want any contact with other people. And, you know, if you're happy with that, that's fine too. But not everybody has to do the same things. And it's okay to not be good at certain things. It's fine. We're all different. I'll go to a random catgirl VTuber and just spam emails.
I want to say, does that count as socializing?
Yes.
At which point does it count as socializing? Like, if I just post something and no one responds to it, that's not socializing. I think you need someone to answer you for it to be social, for it to become a socializing, because otherwise it's not social. So if I just post interacting with one another, but let's say that's actually funny. If I go to a random top 10 stream on Twitch right now, where chat moves so insanely fast no one can even read what's being said. If I type messages in there and no one responds to it, am I socializing? Because I'm with a big group? Or is it still one-sided and I'm not socializing?
Said independent. Hot take, it depends on how you feel about it. If it makes you feel like you're part of a conversation and it energizes you, yeah, why not? It's not for me, but...
So I feel like you need the interaction with someone else for it to count as socializing.
In a traditional sense, yes. But there's also people who are perfectly happy just putting their opinions or their artwork or whatever out there, even if there is nothing coming back.
But then it's not socializing. Then I'm just posting online on the internet.
Isn't it part of it?
No, I disagree. If I just make a Facebook account and post 100 things a day and nobody reads it, nobody replies to that, that's not socializing.
This very much feels like if a tree falls in the woods and there's nobody to hear it, did the tree fall?
I think you need a reaction of some kind for it to count as socializing.
It takes two people to enjoy a story. What if I make up the story for myself for my own entertainment?
Because otherwise, if you just walk outside and you start talking out loud to yourself, then you can also count that as socializing. Because that's what you're doing on the internet if you're just posting things.
I think in the most... what's the word I'm looking for? At its most basic, socializing is doing something that affects somebody else.
I disagree.
We're
I'm gonna
now
look up
looking
the
up what
definition of
socializing
socializing. If I would
I'm
shit
done.
on the street and someone steps in that by accident,
That's socializing.
I have affected someone, but I'm not socializing. I just decided to shed on the street.
Socializing. Definition as per the Oxford Dictionary. Noun. Number 1. The action or practice of participating in social activities or mixing socially with others. So by that definition, joining a social participating in a social activity. So yes, going to your top 10 streamer and posting something in chat that just shows up for a nanosecond is socializing. The action or process of causing a person to behave in a way that is acceptable to their society. Oh, I am socializing my child. That's different.
That's socializing your dog or something.
Yeah.
So that they know how to act around other humans.
Sorry for derailing. I blame Tifa. She could have just agreed.
What is Higurashi about? Anime, violent murder, crazy schoolgirls, visual novel, forgiving past sins, the cycle of stagnation and the nature of change, importance of friendship and connection, communication is important.
And socializing.
I need to re-see the anime again, but I believe, especially considering how long this is, and that will never all fit in the anime, which is like, what, 24 episodes?
Yeah, it would need like 240 just for all the inner monologue to come across.
But I need to rewatch it, because it's been way too long.
Yeah, not anytime soon, Tifa. We need to finish this game first.
Well, that, yeah. But there I think it's more focused on the gore and horror part.
I guess it makes sense. One last thing. Socializing. Do whatever gives you energy. If you don't enjoy it, don't do it.
But socializing drains energy.
Not necessarily. I'm having fun with this. This energizes me.
I have fun, but my energy is draining.
Skill issue.
Like, I enjoy streaming, but it doesn't give me energy.
Take some from me. Can you believe this one? I noticed two girls looking at me through the window. The schoolyard must also be the playground for these children, because I saw a lot of them playing there earlier. I guess those two noticed me walking around the classroom and became curious. I guess that's natural. I'm a stranger to them. Should I say hello and let them know that I'm starting school next Monday? If I see Hanyu, I'm gonna scream.
Finally. We've been waiting for so long. This will change things. Because Keiichi is the 6 on the die. Doesn't mean that he sees her. Yes, he is, but his die rolls a 1 far too often. That's not Keiichi's fault though. It's all your fault, Hanyu. It's because of you. Apologize to Keiichi.
Ne?
He does see her!
Do you know my name? She said my name, didn't she? Did I hear her wrong? I've never met her before.
It's a small village. Gossip moves fast. Nippon. Are you a new student?
Eh? Nice to meet you. I'm Keiichi Maebara. I'm starting next Monday. Take care of me, okay?
Sure thing. Here is a message for you, Keiichi, from the Shrine Maiden of the Furude Shrine. On your first day, be careful when you come through the door to the classroom. Also, there will be a thumbstack on the back of your chair. There will be a toy frog in your desk too.
The toy frog in the desk sounds really cute.
That's really cute. But even with this warning, you will fall for it again and again. Your Monday is going to be a disaster. Your Monday is going to be disastrous. Poor Keiichi. That's why it's fun. Why don't you try overcoming that fate sometime? You'll be the one to teach us that. In one of the many worlds, right?
Huh?
Okay, what a weirdos in my classroom. Stay clear of her.
It makes so much sense that we never got to see this part of a story until now, because if this had been part of chapter 1, we would have been like, okay, so she's weird, she's a ghost.
Something in this chapter is gonna be completely different with Hanyu, because how are you gonna explain that he now saw her? Because then he's gonna be, where's that girl? You cannot explain her being seen by everyone in this chapter unless she's gonna be an active part of this chapter and everyone can see her.
I missed Keiichi, but goddamn, I forgot how much he rambles and repeats himself as an internal monologue. Ruben.
Wait, just Keiichi?
I think you must be confused, but if it triggers you too much, maybe you get to a state where you suddenly you get 360-degree vision, and then you will start thinking, what can you all do in the next 1500 seconds? And then you will take in all of the audiovisual information around you, and then you begin to think, what if I now do this, what if I now do that, and then... Huh?
I agree with you, by the way, before you continue, but I feel like every single character in this visual novel does that. A bit too much, if you ask me. That's my biggest annoyance with this. But they all do. Now you can...
But that's not a Higurashi thing. That's every single visual novel I've ever seen.
Danganronpa wasn't.
Every... Deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper.
Yeah, in one scene, not for 8 chapters long or the entire show.
The softest spoilers possible for the Danganronpa franchise. Do I need to remind you how often through Danganronpa 1, 2 and V3 we sat here coining the phrase, the soul of a poet?
That was this.
Every single visual novel character that gets to be the perspective for longer than 15 minutes channels the soul of a poet, and they pick the most flowery words to describe things. They find the most elaborate ways of explaining things.
I disagree. That was definitely not the case as it was in Higurashi with Danganronpa.
If you go to our YouTube channel and watch through the entire playlist for Danganronpa games, you too can prove Tifa wrong next time.
I'm gonna rewatch our own playthrough just to see if that was the case.
No.
And if it was, it wasn't as annoying in Danganronpa as it is in Higurashi.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Now, may I, huh?
No, you may, huh?
Also, a thing every visual novel character says a lot.
That is true. That is something that was in every line in Danganronpa.
Huh? Huh? Proud of that one. I'll be reminded of a prophecy made by the two girls next Monday because of the actions of a snaggle-toothed girl. I'll realize it too late though. But I like it here. My name is Keiichi Maebara. This is my new beginning, and this time I'm going to enjoy it to the fullest. I've been missing out on so much, but I'm going to learn all of those things here. I'm going to absorb all of it, and I'll become someone I've always wanted to become. It may take a very long time, but I'll definitely do it. Fade to black, cue the outro of the anime. I'm Keiichi Maebara. Yukishi needs an editor at times, yes. All the translators did, but I assume this is very close to the original Japanese. Alright, next time we have 1, 2, 3, 4.
4 left.
We've got 4 left, and then we get into the fragmenty parts of the fragments.
I wonder how this will be different.
I have no idea.
But looks like we will reach that on Tuesday.
For a while I thought like we were never gonna get done with this part. And now it looks like we're close.
Oh, it took a while, but we got there.
It's a quest of 100 years, or a challenge of 100 years? Am I
You're confusing it with Fairy Tail.
Oh yeah, I guess. There is some overlap between the use of language between the two franchises, I want to say. Now I got a fire in my belly.
Project, what was it? Project Eden?
You
mixed that up a couple
Eden's
times.
Garden is a fan game for Danganronpa.
No, but you kept confusing it with Project...
The Eclipse Project.
Oh, Eclipse. That's what it was called.
What was the other thing? The Doom thing?
That I don't recall. But I do remember you mentioned Project Eclipse a couple times in your recaps.
Yeah, true. That was Fairy Tail. No spoilers. I mean, spoilers. There's a project. There's an eclipse. Something.
That's not
Fairy
spoilers.
Tail, but I feel like we've learned a ton of stuff, and at the same time, I feel like we've learned nothing. I don't understand how Hanyu is visible to everybody.
When
And I
that
say-
she's a student in this chapter? I think she's gonna be fully visible in this chapter for everyone.
Oh, and then the grand realization of Keiichi and everybody else is that Hanyu is a ghost?
Well, I don't know about that, but I got some bits to catch up to.
Yes, you do.
Well, if you hurry up, you might be able to watch all 121 before Tuesday.
No, this is 120.
Oh, well,
I think? Something like that.
did you say 100? Well, it doesn't matter.
Fine, I'll look it up, Tifa, just for you. Give me a second.
I'm surprised Rika wasn't afraid that saying all the creepy and vague things would cause Keiichi to reach L5.
Today was the 121st part of our Higurashi playthrough. I have work tomorrow. Well, then you're gonna take a bit longer to get through roughly 360 hours of video footage.
Unfortunately, same, which is also why I'm gonna do the Through the Pain and call it a night.
What if we just collectively ignore Tifa ending the stream? Will the stream just continue?
Well, at some point, I will be able to stretch my arm enough to press the button.
The thing is, I can just take her arms and just move them.
Yeah,
It's been fun.
exactly.
We'll probably skip around a bit more to the more interesting bits. Sorry to retention statistics. I don't care. I'm happy if anybody is looking for any period of time. So.
If we streamed or uploaded things for the statistics alone, I probably think we would have quit like 4 years ago.
Yeah, I'm here to have fun. I don't care about numbers.
Yeah.
Tifa, I do care about you though, and you say you need sleep and all that, and you need to rest, and you need to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I even did an extra fragment, didn't I?
Good. Next time let's
I
do
feel
2.
like you are getting spoiled by me giving these extra bits every time, and we
this
need to
is
cut
so-
it down.
Last thing, I swear. This is so Tifa. So
I
Tifa.
give him a finger and he takes the entire hand, then gets used to it.
She does something nice or something extra, and then you go, oh my god, I really enjoyed that, thank you so much.
Yeah, but that's not what you said.
And then she goes, oh, now you're always expected. And then she gives you, she hasn't now, so this doesn't make as much sense to you. But it does to me, because she pulls this bullshit every other day on me.
True. Jack, be nicer to Tifa. Exactly.
I wish you...
Benjima even said it. We usually ended stream when we started, around 9:30.
That's not true.
Our time, yes.
That is not true.
And even Benjima mentioned it in stream on Friday. Like, oh, I remember streams adding at 9:30, and Jack was always complaining that at some time it's turned to like 9:45 or like 10, and Jack is always like, no, we always stream until 10:30. No, we don't. We never stream until 10:30. No, I remember differently. No, only you remember that differently. And then I give a little bit later every single time, and then he gets used to it. And it's like, oh, we've always streamed until that time. Yeah.
False. Jack, be harsher to Tifa. Yes.
No, we're not listening.
with
We're
that.
not listening to that.
No, I think Tifa probably needs to do a quest on Path of Exile 2.
No, not today. I've played quite a bit today.
Sleep is for the weak Hanyu Sims. The true Rika enjoyer keep going. Yes, exactly. But unfortunately, I have to...
I am a weak
Deal with
Hanyu
that.
sim who wants to sleep but doesn't sleep. But tries anyway.
Skill issues galore. Someone is gonna reach L5 at this point.
And it's hard to say if it's him or me.
I don't think with me you could tell the difference. It's the same if I was like getting drunk on stream. With the exception of me being able to speak even less well, the things I'm saying, all the same. There is no difference. True Rika fans, Rika has been weak for 7 chapters. Oh, them's fighting words.
Would I call it weak? I'm not sure about that.
I wouldn't call it weak, I would call it distraught over 100 years of hardship and despair. That's why I think it's so much more amazing that despite everything that happens in chapter 7 and it being another setback, Rika going, no, I'll keep going. I will keep going after all. I will keep going because we all deserve happiness.
Beaten down.
Yeah. Literally by fate, it seems. True Keiichi fans will have a strong will to change fate. I will have the strong will to change the fate to what it's supposed to be and let Tifa sleep. Because I cannot do these streams by myself as much as I would. Because...
Gotta be an upstanding citizen of society.
Exactly. Tifa, press the button.
Okay, you guys still have a couple of lines.
Go press the button. Thank you everybody for Higurashiing with us. We're getting to the end of the fragments. We will continue on Tuesday. We'll see you all then. Bye!
Bye!
Thank you.